Emily.
Let's go.
Throwback.
All right. So first,
I don't think I'm gonna get you. I feel like you'll be able to
let me
answer this.
find this YouTube.
Oh, Raz looks stumped. Raz looks stumped.
I was trying to get Fung. I was trying to get Fung. Their top
I got
laner.
one.
I was trying to get Fung.
All right, we got time for one more.
All right.
We'll see if it's a.
You
a
could have
watch
also
party with a
said
picture
Rush
of
or
Golden
more.
Glove.
Yeah. I was trying to
LM
get
Is
Q
now the official
days?
host
It's an
of the
instant defeat.
Sencio watch
What's happening
party.
there? Try again.
Oh,
Try again.
All right,
weird.
Go
like
for it.
72,000
What happened?
Nah, don't. It doesn't matter.
times I
Doesn't
looked
matter.
open yesterday. Oh no.
No.
Okay. Easy.
All right, let's try and get rid of some of these. All right.
Misspelling, guys. Learn how to spell. I can't do it. All right.
Are we just gonna go through the? Oh my God, this keyboard is trolling me.
You got 5 seconds.
We are live. Everything's working.
Yep. I would only suggest just turn
Okay,
it
let's
down.
make it a long one.
Okay.
Let's do this. Who do you got?
Oh, Helios. That's a throwback.
All right.
Was that was from the Dig days, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Back in.
All right. I've got one fan, and it's Alex, locked and loaded. Okay.
Is the spelling?
So there's
brilliant?
that.
It might be.
Now there's
Oh, I
this.
can't get it. I
Oh.
can't get it. Oh, she actually took it.
Is
Is that a 1-for-1 or did she actually get
Yeah.
it?
this?
Oh, do we have time for one more? This is on producers.
No, we don't.
Damn.
That's a no.
Damn.
I blame all
got
my
me.
losses on the keyboard and also my tiny hands.
Damn. Isn't that supposed to help? Isn't your tiny hands supposed
No,
to
the
help you?
keyboard's too big.
right,
It's like
let's
yesterday in the
see.
C9 show.
Yeah,
I,
that's
took
not
a-
keyboard for
I
ants.
could never
Damn,
use
that was good.
the giant
Well
keyboard.
done.
Well
Shout out
done,
to
Raz.
the LYON devs. If you were watching there saying, I can do better than them, go prove it. They have
All
ranked
right.
mode. Some of our producers have been grinding away.
Yeah.
Manny has been
Also,
spamming
All right.
the reason they kept it
Peachy
to LCS,
Nickel,
they specifically
as
told me
always,
and
first
Raz,
one in.
because they know we can go into like
Norton,
LDL
depths.
roster.
Welcome
LDL.
to the chat. Let's turn them down a bit.
one. The
We're gonna have a special guest here in a few minutes.
That was rough.
Gonsu! Oh.
That's a solid one.
Champion of our hearts, also
So
Overwatch.
we'll see when
Yeah,
our special
Overwatch
guest star
player.
shows
Yeah,
up.
I love Gonsu. Anyway, Sentinels have had kind of an interesting split.
Oh, wait,
I already
let's
brought
see what
this
she
up
says.
talking to players, coaches. They're like, we think they're actually like a really good team. They haven't been able to show it on stage. They've had really difficult opponents. I wanted to have a discussion about, because I don't think this is good or bad.
What just happened to their
but
sound?
do you think it's
I do.
interesting? Okay, so you'll have an opinion.
Yeah.
But follow me up here. We're gonna go to the big impact
Okay. The big
champion
impact.
board, right? Because these are, ignore my bad handwriting, has
Oh,
played
yes, of
this
course,
split,
Bad handwriting, yeah.
has not played, and the reason why I pulled these champions is because typically in the stable of impact picks, this is more like our perception
And they're all
of
meta
him,
picks.
right? Yeah, these have all been played by other teams. And then these are some of his picks. You see, the only ones he's doubled down on are Renekton and Zehen. We got the Shen, which was really fun. I actually
Yep.
loved that pickup. We had the Varus, which
He won.
He
100%
won.
win rate.
Didn't go so well
Exactly.
at the beginning, right? So I just think it's interesting because of what they've kind of allowed for him to do in really spreading out his champ pool in a way
Phantom
that
Killer 9,
I
welcome.
feel like we don't necessarily give him credit for, but previously he did win
Rice
most
the
fearless,
Ice.
last year. And
Oh,
this
let's look
is
at their
actually
evaluation
so
of the Impact
midweek,
Champion pool.
he had one of the top like percentage spreads of most unique picks in the entire world
Yeah.
in all tier 1,
He's-
which is really insane given how few games he's played comparatively.
Yeah, and I do give him credit. I mean, he is being very creative. He's being very flexible.
Flynn
but
Mom,
do
I
think
got
a lot
your
of times,
post,
this
and
split
then you
last
sent me
split
the
is to
information, I
their
think,
detriment,
yesterday,
that he is
so it'll
actually,
get
branching out
processed
maybe
tomorrow.
Too far, because he looks a lot less comfortable on some of these picks than he does on his bread and butter picks, which always has been, to me, his tank play. His tank play has always been like above question. It has been beyond reproach. He is so good at these picks. He knows exactly how to frontline. He knows how to play weak side. He scales incredibly well. Team fights incredibly well. Like, he is just always looking so comfortable on those picks. So yeah, it's great that he's able to play some of these other things. But yeah, look at his career record on these types of picks. It is really, really good. And I feel like when your team is actually struggling on stage, you should be shrinking the variables. Just try to make things simple. And I feel like everyone talks about how you can play towards Sentinels bot lane, but it's a lot harder to do that if you're going to play carries top. You need to have some sort of stability on the map, and I just think it's weird that either Impact just doesn't want to play them, or the coaches don't think they need to be playing them, or I just don't really understand why you wouldn't have this guy play what I believe is his strongest type of kind of champion.
Yeah, I agree with it when I feel like you have to lock in for playoffs. And weirdly enough, they're in a position
make
where they
playoffs.
have
to lock in for
right?
playoffs, yeah.
Because I do think this team, Golden Glue had an interview where he talked about how the
Laughing
team
Lizard,
whatever,
welcome to the stream.
open-minded, it's like the meme that they have of just being open-minded with a lot of the picks. And I do think that you should try and have different angles. Because I think Sentinels, theoretically, is a limited team. Like, they're just about their body and having
Rob, how you doing?
Welcome.
To find another angle
What's up? What's up?
All right, so here's like the breakdown of what's going on today. So
Yeah, it's week 5. Is that the last week here?
no. There's 7 weeks of regular season play that then leads into playoffs, and then so it is top 4 are upper bracket, 5 and 6 are lower bracket, 7, 8 miss. So
I see.
Our schedule is such that the 2 teams in the bottom of the standings are who we finish off with. And all of our matches have gone 3. So we lost to DSG, Cloud9, and Liquid all in 3. Beat FlyQuest in 3. So we have a pretty good map record. So we do good on tiebreakers.
Did you notice that it's the complete opposite of Valorant? We got our first.
Yes, we finally had our first 3 of the year.
Yeah, kind of crazy.
That is wild in kickoff, right? We went 1 and 3, but we're 2 and 6 in maps, and now in this one we were 4 and 2 in maps, and now we had our first map 3.
Yeah.
So in league, so like today we're playing LYON, who won the kickoff tournament, although they call it something different in they either call it split one or lock in League of Legends. So we're playing LYON, who's definitely one of the 3 top teams. But our team went on a run in the EWC qualifier and beat Cloud9 2-0 and beat FlyQuest to win. So they went 4-0 in that tournament. It was played midweek.
Right.
So as opposed to Valorant, where the qualifiers after the playoffs, this was played just midweek. So we had a run here of 3 weeks where we were playing 2 or 3 matches a week.
Yeah, pretty fun. Yeah.
So hopefully the team now coming off of that big. So that was a win in a best of 5 against FlyQuest.
That went 3-1?
Yeah, we won 3-1. And so we actually played some really good games, and hopefully now the team's got like some extra seasoning and the chemistry of playing together.
Yeah, what's the record in the split right now?
So the record in the split is 1 and 3 because we lost the one we'd love to have back is DSG, who we lost in week 1 in a best of 3, or we lost 2-1. Because Cloud9 and Liquid, we lost 2-1, and those were both really close matches. But that is the one match where, in retrospect, you really would have liked to have had that win, because then we'd be on a really good path to playoffs.
Right.
Now we have to win 2 of our last 3. The good news is we still have Shopify and Dignitas, who are currently 2 of the bottom 3 teams. If we could steal a win today, then we would be in great shape for the playoffs.
Right. Oh, yeah, you're right. They call it lock-in, and this is called spring now.
Yes.
I'm trying to check the stats.
So here, I actually have the standings set.
I see. We're in 5th right now, tied with Shopify, it looks like.
Yeah, here, I'll bring up the standings. Yeah, so we are 1 and 3, but our map record's 5 and 7.
Yeah, I guess, but it goes head to head if there's a tiebreaker, right?
But if that's where you get into the 3-way tiebreakers, it's where map record can matter. So we have a really good map record. For 1 and 3, we have the best. I guess the best map record you could have is 5 and 6, but we have a 5 and 7 map record. And then FlyQuest, who's 1 game ahead of us, who we beat, they have all of their tough they have their tougher matches left to go, so they still have to play. They still have to play Cloud9, and who else they have to play? Liquid. So today they play Shopify. Yeah, FlyQuest plays Shopify, but then they still have to play C9 and Liquid, who haven't lost yet in this split.
Right.
So, Tarek, here's my favorite thing, which you know because you were here last time. Now, did they send you these starter kits for Red Bull?
Kit. Oh, yeah, they do.
Did you get the new one?
I probably have.
Okay, I have it with me. I'm gonna do an unboxing to see what the new flavor is.
They do some cool kits.
Yes. So I have the new summer kit sitting here with me.
Yeah.
And the only thing I'm getting nervous about is they're kind of running out of flavors that I would be like,
They just came out with a new flavor, I think.
Yes, that's what's in this box. So I'm going to do an unboxing of the new flavor.
What's it called? Do you know?
That's what I'm about to find out.
Oh, okay, let's see it.
All right, so here we go.
Rob's a proper, he's like a proper YouTuber as well. He's doing unboxings, man.
I am doing the Red Bull unboxing because like I was a little nervous for the last flavor because I was such a giant fan of the
Fuji apple.
All right, here we go. Okay, wait a second. Now this sounds pretty good if somebody tells me what the word means. So the flavor is Sudachi lime. Well, somebody had that in my chat already.
Sudachi lime.
Now, does anyone know what a Sudachi lime is?
Sudachi is a small, tart Japanese citrus fruit similar to a lime.
All right. Okay. That, by the way, sounds like a fire tequila mixer.
So it sounds like it's sour, yeah?
Yeah, that sounds like a perfect mixer for tequila.
Yeah.
Okay, now wait. So the box has something in it. There's some like gift.
I think you're going to like this one.
The flavor I'm very excited by, but there's a gift which I don't understand here. Wait. Okay, wait a second. I am so confused.
What is it?
So, all right. So first of all, the color of the can is kind of yellow with a green tint, but it's definitely more yellow than green.
Uh-huh.
All right, let's crack this open. I'm very excited for this flavor. Oh, it's a little too early for me to pop out tequila, but this is going to go strong.
Is it sour?
It's a little bit tart.
Tarty, yeah.
All right.
I feel like Red Bull does a good job at keeping it like it's not a strong sensation. It's like you can get a taste of it, but it's not going to like,
Yeah.
It won't overtake.
Oh, this is going to be, so this is called, somebody can fact check me on the pronunciation. Sudachi? Is that what it is? Sudachi lime?
That sounds right.
It's a small Japanese fruit, but it definitely is a little bit tart. Has a lemony, limey flavor, but definitely has a nice tartness. So this is going to go super good with the tequila. If we win today, I may have to like break out a Sudachi tequila.
Any similarities to a Sprite?
Some people are saying Sprite. I think it's got a little more lime taste than Sprite, where I think Sprite leans more lemon. I think this definitely leans more lime. But I'm a big fan. So, like, because their other summer flavors have been watermelon and peach, and then they had the Fuji apple. I'm running out of flavors.
Watermelon and peach is good too, actually.
Yeah, I'm running out of flavors that we could still make work. Mom and PK, welcome. It's like 7-Up, but more natural lime. We got a lot of feedback. Some people, like a number of people in my chat, Derek.
So they've already tried it.
Have already tried it.
Yeah. So this is a U.S. Like summer flavor, right? So it's released in
Is
U.S.
it only U.S. when they do the summer flavors?
That's what I'm guessing. But let me see. Actually, Red Bull.
So these are the questions. What did I just do? Oh, I didn't put the stream.
Oh no, it's international.
It's international?
In the U.S. and it'll be in the U.K. as well. So maybe select countries. But yeah.
So, all right, I'm a big fan. Again, this was good. I'm always a little nervous when it comes to the seasonal flavors because I'm such a fan of the old ones. I was a little nervous it wasn't going to live up, but it definitely does. So wait, there's a gift in here. Okay, I have no idea what this is. And there's no directions? Wait, this is craziness. Okay. So there's something in here that comes with a charger.
Okay.
So it's like, it looks like one of those carry around batteries, but it's too big to be that.
Wait, can you show us?
Sure, yes.
Is it like a portable battery?
It looks like a portable battery.
It's where you put your phone on top of it and it charges through MagSafe. No.
No, but wait, there's something else in there.
That's what are those? Those are cards?
I have no idea what they are. Show the back. Wait. Okay, this is even crazier. The back is not in English. Okay, wait. The back is not in English. I guess because it's a Japanese fruit. Maybe this is in Japanese. Somebody's going to have to explain to me what language this is in. It is not in English. Can you read that?
We can't really see the text that well, but that looks... yeah, I can't see. It's a little blurry, but yeah.
So wait. So there's a device, and then
there's a device, and there's these two packs.
The front of it has some picture of what it's supposed to be, but I have no idea what that says.
It looks like you're slapping that on top of the device, based off of what that looks like.
Or does the device open? I'm so confused. Wait.
It's like we got like an IKEA project here.
Wait, the device opens. The device actually opened. I have no idea what's going on here. And then these things.
Okay, those got to go into the device for sure.
They go into the device, but why are there three of them? It's more like
it's maybe like a display. I wonder.
It feels
colors?
like pictures, but how would it take a picture? I'm at a total loss here.
It looks awesome. I kind of want to check mine now.
We're gonna have to get some more information here on what this all is. All right, that'll be our next adventure is to figure out what the heck that is. But anyway, it might be a portable printer. So maybe it is like basically, right, like a to-go camera kind of thing.
Oh, like the I forget the name of it, but
like a Polaroid.
Yes, exactly.
All right, this feels like something that Hannah would be able to figure out. So I'll have to wait for some more useful information because there's nothing in our box that tells me what this is.
It's more of a just plug and play. It looks like you just put the piece.
Should I open it? I think
open the pack. Yeah, it's probably pretty straightforward. Rob, today Vitality versus Na'Vi Grand Finals in Counter-Strike. They're playing in Texas. And
yes.
Vitality is the team that's been basically winning every event.
For like the last year, right?
Yes, like year plus. And Na'Vi on map 1 is up 11-0, and Vitality takes them to overtime and wins.
Oh, wow. That was the final?
That was map 1 of the final. It's happening right now. They just lost the second map as well, so it's now 2-0. But damn, like up 11-0, and they still bring it back. That's kind of crazy.
Wild. Okay, wait. So there are a bunch of like films in here. Now I have no idea which way it goes.
Oh, so it is a camera. You got it.
So it is like these pieces of paper in there?
Yeah. I guess that goes into the device.
Still no direction of which way it goes, up which side is up.
It's Let me see if I can get mine. Hold on, I'll take a look.
Do you have it? All right, we're going to solve some mysteries of the world here. It looks like a portable printer has been called. So maybe that's what it is. All right. How we make it work is very unclear. Oh, you want me to do full screen of my camera so we can try and figure it out. I'll wait for Tarek to come back. Volume up for the LCS stream. As soon as we get the out of the promos.
I got mine too. Now I'm like thinking, damn, I should start opening these on stream as well. I mean, that's the purpose of it.
What's that?
Did you figure it out, Rob?
I did not. Did you?
I got mine. Let me open it up and take a look.
All right. This will be hysterical if we're able to figure this out. I'm counting on you.
Oh yeah, it says It says capture your summer moments, so it's definitely some sort of a camera. It looks like you insert the cards on top, but let me try first.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out which way it goes.
I don't think you open it up, Rob. You see like there's a slot on the bottom of the
Oh,
device?
yes, I do see the slot.
And then I think it just goes directly into there.
You think?
Yeah.
All right,
I'm gonna
let's see
try
what
that.
happens. All right, I'm closing it back up. Okay, I've closed it. There's a red light on now. I push the power. Okay, but which way do you think? All right, I'm going to go to this. But then what happens? So, like, once you put this in there, does it actually go in? Did you try and put one into that little hole?
Oh, power mine on. I think it might be out of battery. Does yours have light?
Yes, it has a red glow. See, I think maybe it goes the other way. I think you actually have to put it in. Now mine's flashing.
I might have to charge mine because mine. Oh, it does have a light. Never mind.
Did you push the power button?
Yes, I did. Let me put on my voice activation so I don't have to hold this button. 1 sec.
Because I feel like you have to open it up and put it in,
there, you can hear me
and
now.
then
Okay,
I
perfect.
feel like we'll see what
No,
happens here.
I think it does go in from the outside, but how does it
Do you?
take it? Let me see.
But I don't even know what you do
Must
next.
load facing down. Oh, wait a minute.
Where did you find directions, by the way?
There's a blue card that came out of that pack.
Oh, yep.
And it says must load facing down. So does that blue card go on?
But you do have to open it, by the way.
You do have to open it.
Yeah,
So how
because
do you
it
open
shows when it says must load facing down. It
So,
shows
How'd you open it?
I pushed. I feel like I pushed the power button, which can't be. Oh, you just kind of pop it off. But must load facing down. But the
maybe I
real
have to turn
question
it
is,
off before
which
I
side is
open it up.
down? All right. I feel like we're making progress here.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot full screen. All right, here we go. We're into the tournament. We're going to figure this out. We're into the match. Okay, so.
I'll keep working on it while we watch.
Okay, so you try and figure it out. I'm going to turn a little bit of sound on.
Yeah.
And so the funniest thing, Tarek, is because has been so good playing Skarner.
Yeah, he told me he's been getting banned
Every time now it's banned. So, and the other thing they banned was in our match against FlyQuest, who he just popped off with the Anivia. Because Anivia throws out some great walls, and he was popping off on Anivia. So they banned 2 agents from Huhi and Pantheon. That is pretty wild when they're target banning your support, but it shows how good Huhi's been playing.
Would you, I don't know, I guess you would usually prioritize target banning the carries?
Usually you are either target banning we banned a jungle, a mid, and a bot, right? Like, so we banned what we think are the best people they could play in those 3 roles. They only banned, they banned they banned Skarner, which nobody bans ever, and then they banned 2 supports.
I got you. Which isn't.
Yeah.
It's just harder to proc.
All right,
It's not
so.
the 3-hit, 3-spell movement. It's you do a percentage of their max health and then you.
So this is definitely going to be a tough match. We definitely have to pop off today because LYON is definitely one of the best teams in the league.
And this is a pretty important match. I mean,
if we could
both
get
teams
this
are kind of
one,
in a similar situation of like, you know, they're trying to secure like a spot for playoffs.
yes, but also to try and get a spot in the upper bracket, which is the real key.
Top 4.
Top 4 is the big key here.
Lower bracket's tough, yeah.
Well,
So TTK Grizzly.
Experimenting a little bit with Impact's champions, they're letting him play the Smolder and Varus type champions. Throwing in the Darkwing's Yone is going to be another new one. It'll be his first game of Yone in the spring split.
Impact's been playing a lot of Rumble, so hopefully that works out. Definitely Impact's forte is not his laning phase. He kind of usually gets bullied in lane and then suddenly shows up in team fights at 30 minutes and you're like, oh, there he is.
Impact's winning laning phase? Sorry, I missed it.
Yeah, Impact's laning phase has not been good. He's had a number of solo deaths, but then his team, when we get to 30 minutes, then he starts to pop off.
Yeah.
Explosive starts to team fights before we even see the last 2 picks.
Yeah. I'm hoping that we get to see a lot of engage because a lot of times LYON
You have to
games
download the
end
app
up
for this
being
thing too?
a little bit more slow.
Oh, I see. There's a QR code on the box that gives you the instructions.
First 3 picks and still
All right.
kind of crazy that Ashe Seraphine just doesn't exist right now.
It's just through. Yeah.
Yeah. Every series that
Oh,
we've
I
seen for the past 2
see now.
weeks,
Okay.
it's been like
Yeah, I'll let
first
you know
pick, I'm going to
once I
break
actually
up
do it.
Ashe and Seraphine by taking Ashe. You have Seraphine, you'll pick it with Ezreal, we'll pick it with Lulu. They're not even banning it right now in the second phase.
No, it's a Jhin ban from LYON over on the other side. Double power.
So let's see what
and the karma.
Rahel
there it is.
has.
Finally, last ban of the entire draft. We will ban out at least half of that combo and take Seraphine off the table.
I understand it, but I also think
The win condition for us has definitely been Hambach getting a lead and then Rahel just closing late.
Play on mid lane after the laning phase. They're really mixing it up, man.
Rahel getting the lead, yeah.
Hasn't played Lucian this year.
So like Hambach definitely is the one who when he gets a lead and then he's playing Lucian. He did win on Lucian. People usually do make fun of North American Lucian, that some North American players don't ever know how to play it. But to be fair, Rahel actually is not from North America, so maybe that's why he can play it.
Nautilus locked in though for LYON, so that'll be a little bit of extra engagement.
Have you figured out how to make this thing work?
I'm seeing right now.
You are going to figure it out while we they finish the draft?
Is really
Yeah,
wanting for
I think
engage right now
it
with
should
their
work
first
here.
3
Let's
picks.
see.
Yeah, Varus has some picks.
This
Xin
works
and Ryze are not really going to be your big engage tools.
So I guess
Nautilus
we're going to
getting
get the
locked in there
classic
makes a lot of sense to
Nami
me. But now,
Lucian bot
reveal
lane.
yourself. Is it bot lane Varus or is it top
Nami
lane
Lucian
Varus?
from
Okay,
us?
Berserker will be piloting that
Lucian
one, and
undefeated.
Dokla is
Lucian
going to bring
Braum.
Kasane into the top lane.
Okay, Lucian Milio is not. Did they ban Milio? No, we went Braum. Milio would have been better, says my chat, Tarek.
The top lane matchup. Dokla should get pushed in by Impact, and Impact should be able to get a lead, but it's just a top lane tank.
By the way,
The Browns
Tarek.
go in right up against
Yeah.
the Nautilus,
See it?
so a little bit of
By
a-
the way, so I did
I
gather
think
some
Ruby
League of
thinks he's set a
Legends
trap
Twitch
card.
fans
Nautilus is a pick
during
that
the
Alpha's playing.
qualifier because I was the
most
only one
powerful
streaming
champions
it.
are banned,
Yeah.
so he's
So now I have a
safe.
solid
Nautilus
250
is
people on the
Yeah,
stream.
Braum also loves hanging out with Lucian.
Oh,
How
I have
easy
to
it is
download the app.
proc
Yeah,
and
no,
cause
you
the
have
blows
you've
after
built
landing a
a
Winter's
you've built
Bite.
a viewer
This is one
base.
of those
I
tried
see.
and
I have to
true
download the
Lucian
app and then
combinations. Looking at what he might be able to block with it, of course, Varus piercing
and
arrow.
then I
those
can
gonna be
pick a
high value. You can
photo
stop those
and
from
print it.
colliding
That's kind of cool.
with
I should try
targets
it.
that,
What photo
generally
should I
are going to
print?
be
I'll send you a
squishier.
picture
It's
of
not
it. Oh,
like you have
wow.
a tank in the top lane.
I'll
You've
try to
got the
do it.
Humble, right? So there's gonna
All
be
right.
targets for Berserker to try to find those big
And
hits.
for
Also,
those of
we'll see how much
you who
value
are on the
is
Sen,
probably
see now,
unbreakable
Tarek,
here
here's
on
going to be
this draw.
shocking
If
to you.
Sentinels
What's that?
There are now
finally
people in
give
my
themselves
stream
another series
who
of
have to be
back-to-back
introduced to
all of
you.
these close series like you've been
They're like,
talking
who's the
about.
other
Only
guy?
team, I believe,
Because
that
they're
every single series
my
has gone
my
through.
new
The
League of
tables have
Legends.
turned.
These are now the League of Legends fans I've been building. So the person on the phone is the
Who's
GOAT,
Rob talking to?
Tarek. Yes,
Playing
that's
as
what's
many
happening,
champions as
Tarek.
possible too. On paper, it doesn't seem crazy that they're playing Yone, Lucian, Braum, but for this year, based
Yeah, the
on what
other
the
person on the
current
stream
meta
today
is,
is
Yeah,
Tarek,
yeah.
who was a Counter-Strike pro and is now like huge content creator in the Valorant space.
It's just an immediate exclamation
Come this
point
far,
that
I might
says,
as
"Whoa,
well."
they're just completely
But how
cooking up
funny is
something
that,
crazy
Tarek?
here."
See, now
Well,
I have people on my stream
exactly
that,
what they
who
can do
came
with
from
it.
my
They are,
League of
of course,
Legends
once again,
streams.
up against Inspired here
I
on
mean,
the
yeah,
Zinjao.
to be
One of these
fair,
picks
like,
we've seen
there
him
is
play
probably a
so many
decent
times
amount of,
before, has so much
like,
ability to affect the
regular
game
League of
very
Legends
early.
viewers that
so good with
don't
Zen.
dabble in other esports as much, right? Like they're just high
Yep.
hardcore League of Legends, but they don't really know much about other
said that he's
esports.
Yes,
overcomplicated a
exactly.
little bit, but the more
Do
important
you think
thing
Faker watches
is that
other
Emily has
esports?
claimed this as her
He probably watches. What would you think he would watch? StarCraft, maybe?
Dota?
Dota? StarCraft?
Yeah. I don't know how if he watches too much FPS, but do you think he's also an owner of T1? So I wonder if
you're
he
right.
follows like their Valorant team.
You would think.
Yeah.
Look forward to it.
You
Maybe.
would think.
This is the Emily Rand match of the week. This is the one to make sure you're tuned in for.
Narc the
Both of our
Kid
junglers
and
gonna start out at their respective red buffs. We'll see them clearing towards opposite sides of the
Flynn
map.
Mom
I do
1.
hope that
I'm gonna get
because
the
bot
everything
lane
processed
is
tomorrow.
Braum and Nautilus
So you
versus
should get
a
an
couple
email
of
confirmation
cheaters,
tomorrow that
we,
your
get
stuff's
to see
on the
more
way.
action down there than we otherwise might.
I hope so. At the very least, I think we can.
Someone
see
said
more
in chat,
jungle
please keep
support
robbing
fighting,
Sam. I don't know if you've been
Berserker
keeping
hit
track,
level
but me
2
and Sam have been
right
like
in onto
placing
Huhi.
like
I have
gifted
been.
subs on these matches.
No.
And in the last 5 games, I think, Rob,
Yes.
I've won.
You've won every one.
Rob, I'm
Level
not.
2 though,
Honestly,
the
we should have
stuff
just
on those
kept
health
it
potions, maybe
because
even
No.
I haven't lost.
Here's the thing.
Just had him root for Furia.
No, we have a perfect setup.
Good luck charm, or if I'm
no. He's definitely the bad luck charm,
or he's the jinx, rather.
So we definitely have it set up right where he's gonna root for NRG next week, and then that's totally fine. And we beat NRG.
True.
Right. That is the key.
Knows Hambach is here. They've got that vision that you already mentioned that's inside the blue buff brush.
All right, so Hambach on Jarvan, he's been pretty good because he can. Rahel, don't die. That Hambach's been able to get leads. Oh, here comes Inspired. Oh, wait a second. Uh-oh,
Hambach's in his jungle. Oh, God.
Hambach's in his jungle. But here comes Darkwing.
Probably has flash.
He's going to walk out. I don't think he's going to have to flash.
One for one, right?
Opening to this game. It's going to be beneficial for LYON for now with the first blood bonus, but it's going to take a while.
Who got the kill?
Wait, 2 people died. Wait.
Yeah. On bot lane, they did split screen. On bot lane, Rahel got one. And, yeah, they towered those, I'm pretty sure.
I was watching the Hambach Inspiring. Why were they showing that when nobody died?
No, it was a split screen.
Oh, did I miss that? I was focused on the other side of the screen.
Yes, on the left side they had Hambach. On the right side they had the fight.
So wait, Rahel got a kill and died. Berserker got a kill. Isles died. That's actually better for them.
Why is that better? Isn't it both ADs? Oh,
well, no, because their AD didn't die, so therefore he should get some extra farm where Rahel might have lost that.
He's in more of an okay spot for that failed invade.
But either way, all right. The gold's almost even. But
so it's not like
Berserker's 150 gold ahead because of that whole exchange.
It just doesn't matter.
Yeah,
but that is pretty wild. They showed us Inspired, Hambach stealing a camp from Inspired as there was a fight going on. I don't think we needed the split screen for the camp steal, but hey.
Yeah, that's too many moments.
All right, Darkwing kind of got shoved here, but fortunately, Saint has to base. So he's able to get most of this wave on that he's not getting harassed while he takes it.
Hambach is still behind with his failed invade, but it could have gone a lot worse if he didn't find a way to make the game a little bit funny and get back to full clear. The CS in that top lane is still pretty even, so even if Dokla's getting pushed in, as long as Impact's not doing anything with that pressure, Dokla's doing a good job.
So the interesting thing is we keep opting into taking the Rumble against Cassante, and all the casters keep asking why Impact's never playing Cassante anymore. So we'll see what happens.
Against the Rumble, Impact ready to crash another wave into Tier 1 now as Dokla.
Because do you remember what Doublelift said when we did that opening weekend stream?
What was he saying?
He said that when he played with Impact, Impact is the GOAT on tanks, but isn't quite as good playing carries. Now, what is Rumble considered?
Rumble IMO
which then means both of them have the opportunity to really lock in and step up and be.
I mean, I lean towards tanky.
Absolutely.
I would lean towards tanky for sure. Chat, what do you think? Is Rumble tank or carry? Okay, I'm gonna try to put this.
Rumble is a mage. What does that even mean? Carry. They were saying Rumble's a carry because Rumble. Because I will say when he played Rumble in Esports World Cup, that he actually had the second most damage in the game. So he definitely is a damage dealer. Because he walks around with that flame spitter and does a lot of damage.
Staying nearly dead even as Inspired.
Bruiser we have from Cupcakes. They're saying Bruiser. I don't even know what that means, but okay.
Bruiser is like tankier.
He's tankier, but he does a lot of damage.
To stop the piercing arrow, but this is still kind of risky to try to go for a dive here. You don't really have.
All right, Inspired. Is he going to try and take this Drake? Yes, he is. Where's Hambach? Hambach's top. Hambach is top. Come on, Dokla. Oh, so here's the weirdest thing, Tarek. The rumor is that this is Dokla's last game online, and that he's being replaced by Castle from DSG. That's the rumor.
He's being replaced by Castle from DSG. Oh, are they poaching Castle?
So they are acquiring. The rumor is LYON is buying Castle from DSG. That's the word.
Of the performances of these two so far, everything that you land right there, making space.
I don't know if it's true, but that's the rumor. What's that?
You see the Cloud9 stuff in Valorant?
Yeah, it's been kind of like it's been next to impossible to keep track of.
Receiving end of these very snappy trades
they replaced Penny and Vic.
but they replaced them immediately after they won, so it does seem like they'd already decided to replace them, and then they decided to pop off as they're going away.
Yeah. Do you think better to tell the players after the match or before the match?
Well, I don't think... Yeah, I think the bigger issue, right, is whoever they're replacing with. Like, hey, here we go. Hambach with the tower dive on Dokla. Yes.
But it is still enough. The Cataclysm traps Dokla. He can't get himself away.
All right. Impact now is a 500 gold lead in the top
really
lane.
Nice. This is
Here we
one
go.
of the reasons I would be inclined to ban this guy's Jarvan if I'm playing against it. Because
Oh, now they want to ban his Jarvan too, Tarek.
The equalizer didn't even land.
Can't stop Hambach.
Through the back of the
Can't stop Hambach. They targeted his Skarner.
So, yeah, totally safe gank. They knew Inspired was on the bot side of the map. They had a lot of time. Pulls it off. He's down a little bit in CS, but he's able to pull off this gank. He just spent so much time up here dodging around this vision. Look, so he first knows there's a ward here, so he loops all the way around here.
Took the long pass so he didn't get seen.
And then jumps in afterwards. Dokla thinks he's completely safe. He's not in the bush. He's not in the river. No, actually, he looped all the way around.
Hambach's Skarner is definitely the best Skarner in NA. That's why everybody now bans it. But his Jarvan is definitely starting to get some momentum.
Yeah, well, now Dokla's going all out, trying to get something back here on the Impact. Chases him back underneath the tier 1 turret. But honestly,
the gold is dead, even they have a Drake.
Equalizer's not ready to clear the wave, though, so Impact is trying to play respectfully enough to not give up the kill.
We got to neutralize that Berserker lead that he got from the infamous trade
he has
bot
to
lane.
know that Inspired and Saint are somewhere nearby, that LYON is looking to make something happen. So that is a lot of minions being eaten up by the turret.
And Inspired's trying not to get sucked into Hambach's funny business. He's not matching him. He's just taking objectives. But look at the vision that they've actually set up. They had 3 wards in the bottom jungle right here for Hambach to think about this dive, but there was no poke done to Berserker or Isle, so
oh my God, it's working.
Not to go for this one.
Yeah,
you got the printer to work?
It's
working, yeah.
Between all the Nautilus
I'm gonna show you in a
plus
second.
Varus Chains of Corruption, I feel like you're just hopping
working.
straight on the inting wagon if you go for that one at this point in time. But checking back here in mid lane as Darkwings tries to play aggressively with the Soul Unbound into Saint. Does have the Berserker's Greaves and Vamp Scepter already completed, so
all right, so Darkwing's holding his own. Now here's the one question I always have to ask chat, Tarek.
Okay.
Who scales better? That's the question. Who scales better? That's what I have no information. That's where my lack of
Rumble and who's the top?
All 3 grunts and the first Drake both went to Inspired and to LYON, so they're controlling the neutrals very well so far.
Or you mean full team comps? Is that what you're?
Might be our next
people are. I think my chat is saying it's pretty even. Some people are saying.
Inspired does not want a full send onto a
hey, this photo card thing's kind of cool. I sent you a.
But they do want to control.
You did?
I got I put a little frame on it and I put a picture of Cubert.
Where'd you send it?
It should be sending to your phone.
To my Discord or my text.
Did end up being the rune choice for Saint. I think that's going to be fairly common. A little more damage, but a little less mobility. So that's
here we go.
Ghost,
oh, look at that! Look at you.
In-fight mobility when they need it. And then
there we have it. It is a printer.
Okay.
There we have it. You figured it out. I'm impressed.
So we'll see how that works.
It's cool.
Yep. Higher DPS, less sustain, right? Both of them kind of going with the do more damage, but things are riskier option for their respective characters. So gold overall, still very, very close between our 2 squads. Checking in on that bottom side river vision, what you were talking about, the goal for LYON was to make sure that they establish control over that area, and they've got a nice triangle of wards there.
Still early days.
Dokla has a little bit of help coming in now. Saint arrives into the top side as Impact drops the equalizer to create a little bit more space, but the flash follows. LYON will continue chasing after this rumble. They need a little bit more damage. Impact gets away under.
Wait a second. Yeah, that wasn't going to last.
Picks them off with a max range overload.
Impact does a good job to buy that much time for a flashless rumble, making it all the way back to the
flashless rumble.
Flash and Ghost has got to feel somewhat effective. His TP's up as well, so as soon as he respawns, he should be able to cover.
He can TP
lane.
Back.
So Darkwings gets a free push in mid lane. Saint gave up a lot for that roam.
Are they picking on Impact?
Ends up getting
That's what they always try and do. Most teams have a strategy of just camping Impact. That's the strat people go with.
I think you're muted in Discord right now, Rob.
What's that?
Have the momentum here in the bottom side river. They're
I'm muted. I was muted.
Control, start clearing out some
My bad.
vision.
But yes, the gank, the like, just tank impact has definitely been a strat people are going for, just like keep trying to gank him. But it doesn't, the thing about impact, here's what I will say, because the guy is the GOAT, been around forever as a world champ, he does not ever go on tilt. That is the craziest thing about impact. No matter how the day is going, he never tilts.
Yeah, that's important.
All right, so we evened up the Drakes. It's 500. This is dead even right now.
Team is AP. So I feel like you could very easily.
Here's what my chat's saying, Tarek.
Not have a great time.
That the Jarvan can like pull somebody into his Cataclysm, and then you smack them with the Rumble ult into the Yone ult, and you kill. You just can immediately burn somebody down.
I see like AOE damage.
So we do have good engage from that as a combo. Right, as you trap somebody in that little Jarvan pit, and then you drop flame on their head.
Yeah.
Wait. Rahel, get here, Rahel, get here, Rahel!
He's stuck
yes!
long enough to guarantee that he can contribute with the Q, and it's enough to make sure that Sentinels get the kill.
These angles are pretty sick that they're seeing. You know, just gonna EQ this guy.
Tarek is on the Discord. He showed up to watch game 1 of with me on the LYON game.
And they actually pull it off to get the kill.
Hanging out, taking pictures.
By the way, Tarek, my chat is very impressed that you couldn't figure out how to mount a display, which might be the easiest thing going, but you figured out this printer. So they're very impressed that you've really come a long way in your tech savvy.
Well, a couple minutes ago, Saint was
low-key true. No, I was just playing it up for the camera.
All right, the gold is now even, and the Drakes are even. So we have a completely even game state.
Huhi, 630 games played, second LCS all time, just past Wild Turtle. Wow.
But how crazy is it, right, that they were target banning Huhi? That's pretty great.
Yeah.
And he and Rahel have a great synergy, which is oh, here comes Saint. You didn't realize, Saint, you were opting into a 2v4 here.
Yeah,
nice. Wow, that was such a mistake by Saint there.
I think Sentinels have like kind of caught on to their antics of camping top, and they're like
nicely done. They recognize LYON, want to run that play
that
back.
definitely was a mistake by Saint.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, he didn't know they were there, and he tried.
Oh, Jat said he's buying Sentinel stock, so he's kind of trying to. Come on, Rahel, get here, Rahel, get here, Rahel, look out! No, Hammock. All right, good flash, good flash. Dokla versus Huhi is the funniest battle. The Braum just throws up his shields like whatever, brah.
Either way, in a way more violent way than it did.
Okay, we're now 600 gold ahead.
Calm down.
There we go.
Back away. Berserker doesn't burn flash. Huhi doesn't burn flash. The hook didn't land from Isles.
No, I'm saying it was a mistake by Saint because he didn't have vision and didn't know two players were there, so he just kind of jumped back and we were there waiting to kill him.
I think it was Sen being a step ahead, right?
Yes, Sen was definitely a step ahead there.
Anticipating the play on top.
Yeah, and that Blade of the Ruin King that I mentioned earlier is fully complete. So the only
all right, Darkwings now has a 500 gold lead.
Really is
and Rahel's now cut that Berserker lead in half. So,
he's still primarily physical.
Okay, Darkwing's going to get another turret plate here.
Eating that one stat that actually matters against him, so very, very tough matchup. Not wanting to deal with that one probably for a whole lot longer. At least gets the plated steel caps now.
So Hombach's the only person for us without a flash.
Which only spawned 10 seconds ago. Huhi, though, in the area means that Inspired has to think twice about that one. You can see
also, Tarek, my chat saying that the Yoni is good against the Kosante.
Trying to move in,
that's what the word on the street is.
I just realized there's a character named after Yoni. There's a character named after me.
Oh, that's funny. I forgot that Yoni. That's amazing.
I just realized it. Is it spelled Y-O-N-I?
You're both one letter off. I think Yone is not.
Is it E?
I think. Chad, how do you spell the Yone? How do you spell the
Still not even 1,000 gold separating the teams so far. 1-to-1 on the Drakes. Nobody's really running away with anything. The highest individual gold lead in this one is Darkwings at just about 500 or so.
It's Y-O-N-E, yeah.
But both still doing just fine. Saint's going to equalize that a little bit here, picking up the third plate in the bottom lane. The extra power.
But so, Tarek, this is kind of where our League of Legends team is we go toe-to-toe against the best teams, and then we've been losing in 3. But this is kind of how the games have gone, where we're now just toe-to-toe with the best teams in the league.
These trades are not fun.
I'm surprised they haven't found a way out of this lane. Like whether or
not
could find a time to reset.
I think the experience from the Esports World Cup, just for a team that's not played together, to get this many extra reps has just been great for this team.
really just chipping away at this turret.
And Tarek, you know what I'm doing for this team because they won that tournament? You know what we're doing tonight?
Yeah, it's not a fun time for the
I'm taking the team to Matu.
Reminder, while we don't have anybody going
Has anyone capitalized on the margaritas?
Oh, you know what? I was at Wabi last night, and I didn't ask them if anyone's shown up.
Are you going to Matu or Wabi?
We're going to Matu tonight. I was at Wabi last night. I forgot to ask him if anyone's shown up and said Rob said he'd buy me a margarita. All right, Dark Wings. Dark Wings taking first turret, and suddenly we have an 1,800 gold lead, Tarek.
That is first turret over the Sentinels. They're up almost 2,000 gold as a team.
Yeah, and the timing's really good right now.
Okay, here we go. Can we get here and help with this turret?
Take a base so he could teleport down, but right now,
Dragon.
Good
call.
some time, though.
Matu is the best stake
Yeah, Sentinels are
in Los Angeles.
Nice and slow, and now that they've got everybody heading back out on the
rift, you on that, Rob?
Here we go. We got another Drake here, Tarek. Bit of a snowball going on.
I am liking Sentinels
they have one, right?
And I'm trying to get inside the
2-1 Drakes
right now. He always has a way that he feels like they need to play the game.
What's the number next to the Drakes?
He was in another different
the number of grubs you have. Uh-oh. All right. Goodbye, Hui. That's fine.
Well, maybe we can re-engage, but we shouldn't here.
You know what? Letting them kill your support's fine.
Yeah, Inspired not involved whatsoever, so he says, good job.
I mean, it's fine.
Support,
it's okay.
get that kill, and get a little bit of
what's important is that it didn't spiral into a second death.
LYON has to play this game very carefully. I don't feel like they have more
so
damage.
anyone in chat who's won a gift of last
Sen looks really good, and then he said, I just had to say something.
2 weeks is we sold so much merchandise after that 100 Thieves match that we've got a big backlog. So we'll get to it this week.
Forces the ghost out of the ride.
Wait, who said something good about Sen?
Someone, Vesta in chat said Sen looks really good, and then Hui died, and then he said, I just had to say something. Too relatable, man.
Rise can still escape, but both of our representatives from their respective teams.
They did close the gold back up there.
They really are. That was a very interesting duel from Impact right there. Almost overheat smacked him to death without actually having his ultimate laid down in the first place. Then tried for the snipe after the fact. As Hui babysitting him as he can shove that wave in. So ends up kind of wasting his ultimate. Since Saint was going to have to reset anyway when chasing.
Sudachi. What were you saying? I'm a huge fan of this Sudachi line. But like I said, I think it's going to go great with some tequila.
A lot of value, but there just hasn't been the ability for either one of the teams to control enough of the space for long enough to take it safely.
True. And
working on the Class A sponsor.
Yes, by the way, Tarek, you know what my chat is saying? Kind of the same thing. They said in League of Legends, Tarek may be the good luck charm.
The team fighting and how to actually win from that game state is the harder part. So I want to see how they execute in these team fights. Since they have a lot of dive, should be very good at getting on top of Ryze and Varus, but we'll have to see them execute.
So speaking of that Ryze, we are about to hit a very big power spike for Saint. He's got his Seraph's Embrace fully evolved, so you get the shield from that one. Rod of Ages, one more stack to go.
They are taking the Rift Herald, and looks like, are we going to contest here? Here comes the Rumble. Where's Rahel?
10 seconds left until it despawns. Sentinels hanging around.
Where's
Down to
Rahel?
5,000. Nope, it's just going to drop. LYON weren't able to take it fast.
Oh, that was crazy. So Tarek,
close doesn't count.
The Rift Herald leaves when the Baron spawns.
Oh my God!
So they spent that time trying to take the Rift Herald, and then the Rift Herald vanished when they had it down. They'd taken like 80–90% of it, and then it just vanished. So they just wasted their time.
Oh damn! They thought they could kill it in time.
They didn't kill it in time. The Baron kicked it out of the way. That was pretty wild. Okay, we have a lot of people here. I don't know if they know how many people we have.
They just placed the ward.
They did.
But Dokla's got to be careful because it's not just Dark Wings you're dealing with down here. Sentinels is making sure if LYON tries to punish, they will be in for a root surprise.
Yeah, and they're just going to try and set up for this.
Now, I feel like every role is important, but I'm going to go ahead and I'm just kind of yapping it out of my mind. But I think support, in my eyes, is potentially, arguably, the most important.
Yes, I think you're right. Because certainly the broadcast agrees with you.
Oh, really?
Because
Okay.
almost every time we win, they name Huhi the MVP.
Interesting. Yeah, because I feel like
he does at least have the Warden's mail now,
sure, like
so
the
you've
laning
got
phase
some
is
armor, you've got
important,
some defensibility
but
against what
ultimately
Yone
it comes
can
down
try
to the
do,
team fights
but
and the
this tier 1 turret is
support's
not long for the world, not when Huhi and
vision
Hambach are
and
both
game
hanging around
IQ
nearby.
of knowing what's
Darkwings can cut that
available
one down,
to
but at the
take.
same time, Saints doing the same over
It's
in
just
the
like
top
they set
lane,
up the map
goes after
awareness, I guess, is
Impact
how
with
I'm
the
trying to put
realm
it.
walk, wants the
And I
solo
think that's
kill, but
really
can't quite
important to
find
win.
it. Impact gets away in time to barely survive.
And they also
100
sometimes do
HP,
set up the
and now
fights.
Saints the
Yes,
one
they
under
definitely
pressure.
do.
A TP to potentially come
Oh, so
in.
that's kind of agreed on. We're
Yes, here
supporting.
we go. Darkwings with the flank.
Saint, I don't think
Oh, he's got
getting
him.
away from this
He's
one.
got him
Does
all
he?
day.
Wait,
Saint's kind of
He's gonna give him a lot
strong.
of extra health.
Wait.
Darkwings
And
convinced
Impact might die here
Oh,
trying to help.
wow,
He
we
might
didn't get the
2v1
kill.
this.
forced to flash away,
Did he
and
flash?
Saint fights his way
Wait,
out.
not only did he not get the kill, he had to
Really
flash.
showing up here. Right
Yeah.
as I said, he wasn't getting that much done against the
Damn,
Rumble. He
Saints
forces
is
the flash,
strong
and
as
Realm
hell.
Orcs finished off the turret. He gets him out.
They
He
were
gets
saying
his
this was his big
flash
power
from
spike.
Darkwings.
But yeah, we
Oh,
definitely
it's
did
a
not. We used the
sunrise.
TP and flash to not get a kill. That was rough.
Really
I'll
getting
accept that that did not go the way we wanted to.
Yeah, you could see the moment when the shield activates and Darkwings' movements just get
Wait
a
a
little
minute.
less aggressive. It's like, whoa, hold on, I didn't realize that was
Okay,
going to
I'm
be
actually at time
the
here,
deal
but
that
I'm
we're
gonna stick
making
around
here.
for at
But
least
it
the
is
next
5
team
seconds until
fight.
that soul
What time is it?
we talked
1:30?
And now
Yeah,
Saint
I usually
has no flash.
do go live.
So
at this
Yes.
time.
Who is game
I'll
one
stick around
today?
for a little bit.
For
It's
Sentinels, there's
Cloud9
no
Loud,
flash,
so
no
with the
ult
new
onto Yone.
debut of their
Okay, here we go. This is... Okay, we're here. We're going to contest this Drake. We don't really have to worry about it, but we're going to, because why not? Here we go.
Yeah. Let's see it.
3,000 HP exhaust on Dokla, not a whole lot of value out of that one there.
Let's get shipped down a little bit. We're a little split up, I'm not gonna lie.
Okay, oh,
good
Hambach
rumble
is dead, but good rumble up and we all die. Wait, and we're getting no kills here. Wait, Impact went into
Impact's a little,
stasis.
he's kind of squishy, I'm not gonna lie.
Yes, no, your rumble can be squishy. But again, we had one of those fights that's so brutal. Oh yeah, Yone used his ult on the top lane gank that failed.
What's Yone's ult do?
It allows you to go forward and then it snaps you back and pulls you back away. But it also, like, you get... I'm going to say we probably shouldn't have contested given what we were missing here.
The rumble ult looks good to me, but I don't know if outside of that. Like, I'm pretty sure Impact hit 3 right there. Yeah, you got a lot of them. And then Jarvan goes all in and he gets completely melted.
And then we have the
Impact
worst case
yeah.
scenario, right? Where they have two guys with really low health and we don't kill either one.
Yeah, and then we're kind of split up.
And they burn down Impact. So yeah. Because Yone needs to be able to jump forward to be able to do a lot of damage. So yeah, that was definitely a fight that I think we would have been better off without.
Team's got way more success in the office. We need to have them play a match from home.
Yeah, because you know what happens in the office? They get to play on the Starforge PCs.
They don't have any. There's no lag.
There's no Starforge PCs. We have a big advantage for somebody else.
Oh, another fight here. Are we caught? No, he got away. But damn, they look strong as hell. I don't know who's our damage dealer.
No, you feel like they definitely hit a spike here, right?
Yeah, it feels like we're attacking them, but their HP bars are not going down. That's kind of what it feels like a little bit. Oh my god.
But I think we need to make sure the next team fight, right, that we have our ults and our flashes, and that last dragon we didn't have them all, and it just feels like we should have let that one go because it was only the second dragon.
Yeah.
It is always hard to tell yourself we can't win this and to go take a turret or something and just do something productive on the map.
It's hard to give it up, yeah. To me, it feels like we should try to deny their map vision and try to catch them because I feel like in a full 5v5 we're gonna get smoked. I think we have to like be the one to initiate and catch someone off, which is I guess always ideal, but especially now.
Tier 1 turret here could be the target, but Sentinels honestly can't even get the wave far up.
Right now the 5v5 is tough.
And Berserker's got a 700 gold lead. We need to get Rahel online.
Still only 2 turrets to 2 between both sides as the side lane tier 1s are the mirrored casualties there.
Yeah, if Sentinels wins the spring split, then FlyQuest goes for coming in second in the EWC.
Will be getting really pushed around by Saint as he continues to build up towards that actualizer. And Yeah, it's just a lonely little Lucian trying to kill that wave. It's not going to happen.
Nope. Lucian loves to play around using the culling in the
I don't like what's happened here, Tarek.
What's happening here?
No, I'm just saying, as you said, they're now just starting to
power spike.
Yeah, they're just starting to bully us a little bit.
Yeah, I don't know how the comps
because we haven't got a kill in a while. The problem was that failed gank top against Saint.
That was an eye-opener.
Because I think the other problem there is Impact had so little health that it was just too optimistic, right?
Well, but Saint was on a quarter HP and Darkwings had full. So
all right, come on, Rahel. Come on, Rahel. Oh, no, don't hit Dokla. We can't kill Dokla.
Oh, my God,
oh yes, we can kill Dokla. They're making fun of me. They're like, yes, we can.
Oh, my God.
It's come on.
No, there's the target. Oh my God.
We keep getting like half their health bar, but we can't get any kills.
Like it's like I don't blame them for targeting Dokla there because he was the only guy that was in like range for them to target together.
I know, but that's the Cassante. It just sucks up all the damage.
Yeah, but then he gets half HP and walks away, and then they come back as a team and then single us
So that's
out.
what everybody keeps making fun of us for. Is everyone keeps saying, why isn't Impact playing the Cassante?
And Darkwings isn't able to make much happen as I lose my clear screen button as the Baron's going down. Well, Impact, Darkwings, and
okay, Hambak is here.
He's ulting. Did he ult? No, that wasn't ult, man.
All right, Huhi's back. They're giving up. They're giving up. They stopped taking the Baron. All right.
I mean, the gold gap is only also 3K, but we need to. I don't know when the power spike comes in for.
I'm gonna say the Braum is an like so far the Braum has not looked great compared to some of Huhi's other champs.
I don't know how Braum works.
Braum basically runs around with a big shield.
Oh. So he can kind of block damage for his team.
Yes, he can block damage for his team, but he doesn't really do much damage.
Can't initiate as much.
Yeah.
Maybe.
But the good news is they didn't manage to.
And I feel like this is deja vu. You were saying this exact same thing about the previous fight. But Sentinels, man, we know even when they
didn't take the Baron.
Absolutely.
Huhi never gives up, Tarek. By the way,
they're
forever gonna play this audio cue.
They're gonna keep fighting. They're 3,000 gold
Huhi.
right now, but they've already won.
I didn't hear no bell. Huhi probably.
Is that what he said?
So no, they're saying that's what he would have said.
Oh.
There was against Cloud9, we were down like 7K gold. And they cut to the comms, and Huhi says, "We're just one fight behind here. We're just one fight behind." And then we won one fight and won the map. And it was like, wait a second.
It's a one-fight game. They win one fight, they get Baron. Totally
legendary.
Enemy team over commits,
so that's what they said.
Okay, I'm gonna stick around for
one more team fight.
Yeah, I want to.
Stick around for one more team fight.
Yeah.
Because the next team fight is kind of.
Yeah, it's big. It's 50K gold, 30 minutes. Is that normal, by the way?
What?
Probably around like to be at 50K gold at this time.
Yeah,
or,
but I'm saying, and it's not 3K gold at this time.
Yeah.
Is a modest. The problem is, you can't give them the Mountain Soul because you see already we can barely do damage to them. If they get the Mountain Soul, then they'll just be unkillable.
Mountain Soul being the 4th dragon.
They're both really strong. Infinity Edge also
yeah, the Mountain Soul is the next dragon for them. If they get the Soul, this is over.
Just to clarify, Mountain Soul is number 4, and then it's Elder number 5, right?
Yes.
And then number 6, there's also another one.
Then it just goes Elder forever.
Oh,
Curious Flame, welcome.
Okay.
All right, here we go.
So
Too many the Baron.
They're trying to like bait us, by the way. It looks like 2 guys are
they
want
Impact to burn his TP, which he is doing. But the real question is, should we just fight him? We have no choice but to just fight them.
Oh my God!
Oh no, Huhi keeps just getting melted. But wait, can we kill Inspired? Can we kill Inspired here? No, we can't. Oh, come on. Come on, Rahel, kill Inspired. Rahel, kill Inspired.
So LYON get the 1 pick, but they can't.
Yeah, Huhi's character feels like he's like he has no skill.
I know it hasn't been working. Wait a second. Can we kill someone? They have 5 people with low health. Nobody's dying.
Wait. Why did Humbug ult Saints instead of Inspired?
Oh my goodness. Look at their health bars.
Didn't he have ulted
Sentinels, they'll lose another man.
Yeah, LYON keep landing jabs.
What is
jab
happening
after jab
here?
After jab.
We can't get a kill. This team comp is not working. This is kind of over.
I mean, it's not over because the other team can make a mistake.
I know, but we've seen what happens in the 5v5 team fights, and we
can't 5v5 fight.
We've yet to be able to make it work.
Yeah, I don't know what the initiation here is from us. I wonder if he thought the bush was clear or was he trying to initiate?
And then we keep getting these fights where, like, look at Inspired's health bar. He had like a 20% health and we can't kill him.
Yeah. We don't have enough burst. I don't know. Enough damage.
Like Hambach, why didn't Hambach take
Inspired? That's what I was saying too.
Like Inspired had less health, he could have killed Inspired. Instead he went for Saint, who had more health. That made no sense.
I wonder if he lost vision of him and then just went for whoever he's. I don't know.
Could he have lost vision? Were they right next?
Because he was in the bush and he stepped out.
Oh, Tarek Inspired has Guardian Angel.
Oh, that's a big shout. That's a big shout. That's a big shout then.
There you have it.
More sense.
Thank you, chat.
That's why I'm careful about like saying like
hey,
that made no sense.
That's why we're here.
Yeah,
that's why we're here.
Because I know like these guys, there must be logic to, you know, sometimes they make mistakes.
But like I said, this does feels like a game where our draft did not pan out the way we wanted it to. That's very straightforward. That's very clear. Like whatever we were hoping this draft would accomplish, it did not.
Actual last team fight. I'm gonna stick around.
All right, we go next. Let's just rack it up.
Wait, Doklo's kind of getting popped off down there. They switched POs.
Chat was trolling me on the game 4 of the qualifier. We were ahead 2-1, but early in game 4 they got a lead, and I was like, okay, let's go next. And people in chat were mad at me for giving up. And I'm
that's a good anti-jinx though.
And then we were behind the entire game and then won. So maybe that's the case again here. The only difference is they have Inspired and FlyQuest does not. But hey, FlyQuest has 2 kids on their team, so a little easier to like find a mistake than LYON.
Yeah.
Nope, they are not going to get there in the meantime. But we'll see if they can find their way through fog to set up any kind of
good as I guess it looks like. They should be able to.
But now it's going to be next to impossible to kill. Oh, Inspired just destroyed Hambach, and now they just take Soul.
They didn't know there's 2 there.
Now they just get Soul. It's over.
It might be cooked now.
Let's go next.
Okay. Yeah, Rob's trying to use the same voodoo magic.
Darkwings! All right, Darkwings at least TP'd away and live.
Okay, Rob, I'm going to bounce.
All right.
All right. I'll try to keep an eye. I'll let my chat know to keep an eye on it.
All right. To start the Baron to maybe delay
See you later.
Bye, chat.
Get a Baron and trade, but I feel like LYON's going to try and stop them. Are they actually going to pull off of the Drake? They are. So Sentinels delays the Soul temporarily. Inspired's going to finish it.
Okay, Inspired goes back.
They leave Inspired. Wait. Oh, they leave Inspired. Okay, we're in a 4v4 fight. If we can't win a 4v4 fight, then we're kind of doomed. Like Hambach, I mean, Inspired is not here for this fight, and we still can't win a. We still can't win a. Before Hambach's definitely not going to be here. They killed Huhi again. Can we not play the Huhi Braum? That did not work.
But not when you have that much firepower. Rahel, Darkwings, and Impact all trying to get away. But
yeah, this draft didn't work out. You know? Like I said, can we just end this game? I don't have to keep watching this. They got Cassante with a Mountain Soul. We couldn't kill him before. Yeah. I just want the record to show, normally I'm a fan of our drafts. I am not this draft. I was not a fan. America. Hey, we're like, we had a bunch of giveaways. Then we sold a ton of merchandise, so we just were super backlogged. So this week we'll get everybody caught up. And then Jerry has created a way for everybody to track your prices going forward. So by the end of the week, everyone should get an email confirmation that your merchandise has shipped, and if not, then DM me
9,500 gold lead now
next weekend.
For LYON. They've got their Red Bull Baron power play for the next 2.5 minutes.
Yeah, this did not work. Where's Charlie in the chat?
Over for the next 5 minutes.
Swiss Bob, you're way too optimistic.
Yeah, and the Mountain Soul is completed, so everyone has that overshield.
Yeah, Tarek literally signed 100 jerseys last Saturday.
plus the locket shield from the Nautilus, and even a Knight's
Yeah, I
Vow,
did not really
who,
expect to sell 500 jerseys, and so the players had to sign them. We had to get all that merchandise shipped. I do have to say that the paying customers do take priority of the people who I gift stuff to. So sometimes if it's gifted to you, Charlie, what up with the Braum pick? Charlie, I want you to explain the Braum pick to the chat.
Is going to make the full push here in the bottom side. Total damage, it is 30,000 for Saint on the rise, top in the charts. Relmore brings everybody in. They try to flash engage into Impact, who does get caught in the Ruin Prison, and they burst
everything about this draft I don't like. Charlie's not responding.
LYON are going for the game.
I know Charlie's here. I want Charlie to explain the Braum pick.
All the way back to their base, and LYON is happy to just meet them at the walls. The minions are already crashing into the Nexus turrets.
The 1, 3, and 3 went under the name, so the team's records. Yeah, come on, just end this. This is not winnable. Let's just move on.
Already dead. There's no way out. This one was an absolute crusher of a final team.
So Sentinels is 1 and 3, LYON is 3 and 1.
Nobody even got close to
yeah, let's just go next.
It felt like it was a close game for quite a while early on, but as soon as LYON won a single team fight, they just didn't stop.
Charlie says no issues with Braum. Yoni didn't work out. I don't know. I'm not a fan. You know what? Normally I'm a huge fan of our drafts. This was not one of those.
It did take 37 minutes, but it wasn't close. Mountain Soul, 18 kills.
Took 37 minutes, and then they just kind of ran us over at the end.
Oh.
Yeah, that one was a pretty methodical one from LYON. That one.
It looks like Braum. Yeah, they just kept blowing Braum up every time. There's a lot of champions we've watched Hui play that have been great to watch. This was not one of them. And they did target Hui, I'll accept. But hey. Curious Flame, thank you for the Prime sub.
I think Isles was worthy of consideration. Inspired is always pretty worthy of consideration. Berserker had a good game. So, you know, it's really kind of dealer's choice, but I felt like Saint moved around the map and team fought really well. Yeah, and he did a lot in side lanes prior to what I think was kind of the backbreaking.
Sentinels 2 imports are Rahel and Humbach.
This week's Pagoda moment featuring their turnaround at Drake. And what happens here is you're going for this spicy hot pot combos, they're calling it, with the Jarvan Rumble. And they actually do, Sentinels
The Yone could never do damage in the fights.
However,
but Yone was supposed to be a damage dealer.
Everyone ends up grouping up here,
yeah.
Right? They're like, okay.
I want to see the damage chart here. I don't feel like we...
There we go. They're all
my favorite champion is Kai'Sa. I love to watch Kai'Sa play when Kai'Sa gets fed and just run around, dashing in, killing people, dashing away. Kai'Sa is definitely my favorite champion to watch. When it's fed, nothing's more fun.
And we could see Rahel on the other side pops his culling. That gets answered by the Crescent Guard from Inspired, so that's doing nothing. Yeah. Then as he's dashing forward, Kasante's just dashing away. He basically has no one to hit, where all the LYON carries are focusing down the front line, you know, from Sentinels. And I just felt like they responded to that engage so effectively, so quickly. And Rahel was in a position where everyone else can go way further than him. You have Soul Unbound, you have Fate Sealed, you have Jarvan EQing and Cataclysming forward. Everyone's flying in, and he's just kind of in the back shooting out, can't really do anything.
Yeah, if you guys recognize another Pagoda moment, just remember to spam the Pog emotes, because like those are the type of team fights you see again and again and again in your scrims and in your games, where you're like, we have someone dealing with the flank, we need to mark the flank. They mark the rumble. We have the front line that we need to be able to like push back because we have like line of vision. They did that perfectly. And so even though it was the engage that you had like iterated.
They got the engage.
They got the engage. No one could follow up on the engage. But yes, as we already mentioned, player of the game goes to Saint. We
voting blocked it. I'm wondering if. Oh, okay. So it was 5 out of 5. Yeah. They also voted Saint. I think when you're talking about how Sentinels were able to get some of those early skirmishes, it was Saint on this rise, like you already pointed out, Raz, a champion he's super, super confident on. And he really helped kind of just keep minion waves cleaned up, right? He's going to side lanes to keep up that pressure.
That agrees, 6
for 6.
Yeah,
there we go.
Nice.
With a little shout out to Dokla for his Kasante play.
And the thing was, like, that early play topside, to be able to get the kill on towards the Rumble, I think, set the standard. Rumble could not play sides for the rest of the game.
LYON won game 1.
Threat, but now I felt like Saint recognized that, constantly played to that threat. That was a tough game for Rumble only because
also
of,
just
40K
I know.
damage.
I was gonna say
Get
I know it's Rise because we're cheating, but this is like, yeah.
Unreal.
It is Rise.
Yeah, look how little
damage
the Lucian
did.
No, he's gonna
But it is a lot of damage.
Big number, I'm shocked. Big number, I'm surprised. That's all I care about.
You won't believe what happened next.
You can also pretty much see that Drake right here, right? Where it's like, oh, we're gonna
zoom in.
Whoa!
That was the team fight I didn't want to go
Yeah.
to. That when LYON got the second Drake, that was the one I wanted to skip because that was right after we didn't get the gank top when Darkwings blew his TP.
My hockey team got bounced. It's fine.
And his
Not even your own hockey
flash.
team likes your own hockey team.
That was rough.
Oh, no. No, they're a vibes and friendship team. Anyway. What do Sentinels do after this, right? Because like even when they were able to find small plays, we talked about how sometimes they do have these really good set plays. It looked pretty unplayable after that 4th Drake.
I mean, I think at the end of the day, you just have to team fight at a certain level to be able to take down the top teams. You know, we've seen this number of times. Some of our lower ranked teams get good early game positions, but then they just get out team fought. But before we head to a break, here's a look at our newest episode of Missing Ping, featuring LYON's very own Berserker.
All right. So, all right. Anyone who wants to ask any questions in the chat, now is a good time. So, Water Gun, I think the great thing was winning the EWC qualifier. That Esports World Cup now is 16 teams, 4 teams from Korea, like 2 teams from China. Like you're going to have as much competition at Esports World Cup than you do as MSI. So having qualified for that, EWC is right after MSI, but I'm just saying in terms of qualifying for a global event for the between spring split and summer split, that this was definitely a great way to go. By the way, I don't want to mute the Kia sponsorship. Let's give love to the co-streaming ads.
Are you guys serious? We're about to get into game.
Emily, let us enjoy it.
This was all the controversy 2 weeks ago
Maybe this'll help.
that I was trolling FlyQuest about. Red Bull. I already did the Red Bull ad personally. Numerica, hopefully we can bring you a SEN win today. But LYON is definitely one of the top teams. Inspired is the top jungler. So that does counter us a bit since our 2 big win conditions are Hambach popping off and Rahel popping off. And so when you have the other team's jungler is the best jungler probably in the West, that does neutralize a key issue, a key win condition for us is Hambach snowballing the game. So LYON is definitely a tough match for us right now. And however the drafts went there, the draft definitely did not break our way. So LYON won the first tournament of the year or split. I can't keep track between LCS and Valorant, what you call each thing. The equivalent of the kickoff tournament in League of Legends. LYON won, and we came in 3rd. So LYON right now, their only loss is the first match of the split against Cloud9. So LYON is definitely one of the top 3 teams, if not the best team, and Inspired is definitely the best jungler in the LCS, if not LCS, LEC combined. So that is the one thing we have to overcome. And then, yeah, that time we definitely did not get Rahel online because that has been our win condition is Hambach early and Rahel late. So, but hey, we go next. Numerica 10 streak. All right, I'm going to go back now and see are there any other questions I missed. So, oh, let me run the ads real quick during this ad break. I will be right back.
Has 5 wins.
Okay, so these are responsible for over half.
Yeah, they're 2 winningest champions. In fact, Rahel has
I
1
forgot I
Ezra
left
win,
the sound
1
off while I
Kai'Sa
went to get
win,
a snack.
3 Caitlyn wins, and then lost on everything else. So currently, I like Lion's ban strategy.
Well, the numbers for Orianna there were pretty impressive. The champion has 100%, excuse me, pick ban presence so far in Spring Split, and the 6 times that she's actually managed to become a pick and not just banned away, she's got a 100% win rate so far. So very high value first pick here for Sentinels.
And I think Dark Wings is going to be in his comfort zone on this pick as a control mage player, but Inspired is on Pantheon. So it's not Nocturne, which he normally plays against control mages, but it's just allowing him to put on a lot of pressure to the side lanes in the mid game, which is always what he wants to do against enemy control mages.
And it feels so good. Like, this is one of the established things that you need to win against Orianna, is you need to be able to put pressure to kill her in side lanes, because she's not an adept side laner compared to a lot of other characters. It can be a very dangerous place for her to be. Isles locking in the Bard on this one too. I've mentioned this before because I feel like we see this combination a lot, but having Pantheon and Bard both because of the semi-global ultimates, you can actually do so much. Your options are all over the place.
You cover seemingly infinite space. The map is just, the map shrinks when you have these 2 champions, so
Ring
it makes
of Fire.
it even more difficult to play side lanes. Now, there will be and should be a team fighting trade-off with those 2 picks, but with how superior LYON team fighting was last game, they won't be that concerned with that fact currently.
Well, the Corki and Nami combo that has been gaining much more traction here in recent days is once more going to be locked in. Sentinels will be handing that off to Rahel and Huhi. I think that we saw a lot in the bottom lane 2v2 laning phase last time of Isles just hitting hooks over and over and over again. It honestly felt like LYON were really the ones kind of dictating the pace of that 2v2. So it's something like a Corki and Nami. I want to see Sentinels be able to fight back.
I think they should be able to win lane with this combination because they can ban out some of the power pick supports after this. So they've already banned Ezreal of the Ezreal Karma. You can pair Karma with other stuff, but I just feel like Jhin Karma and stuff isn't as powerful. And they can also ban 1/2 of the Ashe Seraphine, which I think they should do. That would still leave open like a Lulu Yunara, which most people lose with, but Berserker Isles have been really good with. But all things considered, this lane is meta. They've locked it in, and there's no lane for LYON currently locked.
Well,
oh, sorry, the Bard's already locked as well. So.
Yeah, we got the Bard. The Jhin is going to be banned away. The Poppy banned out by LYON. I always like this when you lock a Kali already on your team and you spin one of the second bans, like getting rid of the Poppy. I feel like she's so effective. Also, Pantheon, of course, can't even use his point-and-click stun if he's in range of the Poppy. So already, that would be a lot of value for Steadfast Presence, so I respect banning that away. Lee Sin, the final ban for LYON. Interesting.
I mean, Hanbok Lee Sin, maybe they saw Jose's Lee Sin yesterday, thought maybe it's similar.
Yeah, just I don't want to deal with that.
I'm a little surprised by the way these pick and bans have gone. Ashe Seraphine being completely through, even Orianna making it through this early is surprising. Jarvan going to Hanbok in game 1 was surprising. So an update on this new patch. Like the new patch, we're all thinking about who's going to be playing Static Shiv and how's the phase rush change going to impact things. And instead, things like Ashe Seraphine have just kind of fallen to the wayside.
Yeah, it's always interesting to see how expectations differ from reality when you do have those big shakeups of the way that the game works. But LYON, I still need to see an AD carry out of them. I still need to see what I'm assuming is a top laner out of them as well. So we're going to go Sivir next to the Bard.
Somewhat self-sufficient, can spell shield either a rocket or a phosphorus bomb or a Nami tidal wave that comes at him. So he'd be left in a few more 1v2 situations with the Bard. Probably just looking to scale up and pick something safe.
I respect it. As Sentinels, what's the jungle pick going to be here? You're up against Inspired Pantheon. You know how strong this champion is. You know how well Inspired can play the map. So what is the response? Still, of course, need to see the top laner too, but there's plenty of these kind of evergreen blinds still available, like the Renekton. So that's what they'll lock for impact.
And they will still be looking for Hanbok jungler, giving Dokla full counter pick to the Renekton. Vayne is still there for old time's sake for Dokla. If he really wanted to. But decent chance they'll just match it with something like Gnar or Ornn since they have no real front line. Pretty interesting scaling. Orianna Mundo is a pretty lethal scaling combo. It's not very high pressure early though.
Yeah, the big thing that I'm a little bit curious here for Sentinels is the go buttons are not great. Mundo runs at you, Renekton can stun one target, or he kind of needs somebody else to be in there to have the shockwave unless you've preset the trap.
Yeah.
So I guess Nami wave, but again, there's just none of these that make me go, okay, that's it, that's the button.
The primary engage, I think, is actually going to be Mundo flashing in with an Orianna ball.
Okay.
That's the primary engage. Los Ratones did this a lot in their few wins back in LEC Versus, but that's it. That's what they have.
Okay, primary engage on a 5-minute cooldown means when those engages happen, they need to be very effective. Better.
All right, well, the casters think we have a tough draft to manage, but we will see. Narc the Kid, I think that's what the caster said, is Eric Garcia. Yeah, I definitely prefer the Pantheon to the Mundo.
Especially because outside of Meganar, they have very little front line. Lions is going to be trying to play the whole map.
Now, to be fair, they don't have front line.
As low as the engage,
so pretty much we need to get Rahel online.
Mundo, Renekton, Corki, Nami, their front to back, just like health and damage, is really high. Yeah. So if they manage to win lanes and their first on objectives, Sentinels can still make things happen.
And that's exactly what you were talking about back at the start of the draft, right? With Bard and Pantheon, this is supposed to cost you team fight efficacy if you're going to have this map-wide range. So that's the name of the game. How well can LYON navigate their macro?
We're not known for our laning phase, so this is one where we're like, hey, we got to get ahead. We'll see what happens. Seems ambitious.
Sentinels absolutely, and Sentinels, every series they've played has gone the distance. Yep. So even if
Vesta, I hope you're right.
Early game
just kill the Sivir.
Sentinels has been able to punch back against every single opponent so far in the spring split.
All right, let's see if this will continue that trend or if LYON can become the first team to put them down with a clean 2-0. Looking across the board here, nobody's doing anything super interesting early on. You can see Ward placed down on the LYON blue buff, though, as well as the LYON Raptor camp. So Sentinels want to make sure that they can track Inspired's early movements effectively.
They absolutely do, and we can see Impact in top lane on the Renekton once again. We've talked a lot about where Impact's tanks are, but we need to point out kind of how crazy this is. Look at all the champions he's played. Look at the champions he hasn't played. Yeah. Ornn, Sion, Cassante. They still don't think it's time yet. They're still saving them for later. But I feel like they could have used a little bit of Ornn engage. I think they could have even blinded Ornn.
They're saving them for later, has been called.
Okay, well,
that's some trading. Yeah,
this is some aggressive level 1 trading down here in bottom side. Combat summoner spells being used by both sides. The flashes are still available for now. LYON trying to make sure they maintain control over this wave, control over this push. Sivir's so very good at it. No level 2 here just yet. There we go. Isles will be the first one to secure that one. Remember the dredge lines during the laning phase in game number 1? He really had those dialed in. He was weaving them around really well, making sure that he was hitting the shots where you could.
This is definitely one of dark. This is definitely a Darkwing comfort pick and an Impact comfort pick.
Can keep up with that down here.
Isles has been doing a great job performing as the year progresses, earning more and more of Berserker's trust, and they're laning.
No, because of the way the schedule plays out. The way the schedule plays out, as long as FlyQuest doesn't upset C9 or Liquid, but they have been beating Liquid, so maybe they will. That if Sentinels, if we beat Shopify and Dignitas, who are the 2 teams at the bottom of the standings, then we actually have a reasonable chance still to come in 4th, even at 3 and 4, because the top 3 teams are doing so much winning. So this is definitely a game we were not expect to win. Then we really have to win the next 2 weeks where we play Shopify and Dignitas. The next game today is Shopify versus FlyQuest. That is a big game for both of those teams. This is definitely a game that would have been great to steal, but the real key is winning the 2 games that we're supposed to win the next 2 weeks.
Trying to trade with Inspired here. Has the Heartstopper turned on. Meanwhile, Impact versus Dokla up there in the top side.
Can Impact, you can take a tower shot. Oh, no!
Impact is the one forced to flash away. We know
wait, do we have Inspired here? Do we have enough damage? No, we have no mana. Darkwing. Oh, no, we have everybody to 1 health bar. We're blowing all of our flashes and we're getting no kills.
But it's not good enough. The brush was warded, so Inspired's ready to follow immediately. Now Dokla needs the kill into Darkwings.
Wait.
It's going to be a 1-for-1.
They killed each other. Wait. Is Saint going to die? No. That is craziness.
That is a big win for LYON in this skirmish. Dokla trading kills at the very end, but most importantly, look at the biggest recipient of the gold. It's Inspired. He gets the kill, he gets an assist, he gets the double crab, and he's going to be off to the races on the Pantheon.
The Pantheon damage on the Q for the execute, having the ward in the brush to guarantee he gets the kill onto Hambach. Those are the types of small things that matter the most, that can really determine the outcome of these early game skirmishes. Was ready to crash this wave into the turret up here topside. And remember,
Hambach needed to not go for that.
Did not. So things can only get that much more dicey for Impact here in top.
Joker can really start bullying. The one thing that really started this play, though, was Isles being here first. So that's what was able to secure Inspire the inside track on that crab. Yes, he arrived later, but Hambach was already very low once he took the bar.
And now he has to flash.
The brush is pre-warded. That's the execute. And I think Dokla rightfully trades the 1-for-1 here. He'd already moved down into river. If he can secure the kill, it doesn't matter if it cost him his life as well, as that's just going to end up helping him and Saint.
Wow, did everybody use their flash?
Also, not having a flash there is going to open up more potential opportunity for plays to be made down there in the bottom lane, because it's such a squishy champion to play. If you're not in the right position on Nami, it's so easy to be punished. Hambach makes his way down here though. Berserker, nice spell shield there onto the Aqua Prison. Isles just goes on a magical journey. They can just walk away from this one.
It's a Mundo gank. What's he gonna do?
Yeah, it's like, okay, well, he walked at me. I'm gonna walk away.
Yeah, flashes, barriers, spell shields, heals, they're fine.
Impact committing dominance up here in the top lane, though. Recognizes that Dokla is not close to being able to transform, so wants to try to take advantage of that window. Does force Dokla back. Crashes the wave.
All right, he got a plate.
The first plate. Don't want to stick around too much longer, since Dominus will draw that tower aggro if Dokla stands right next to you, so Impact's just going to walk that one off.
But still, that's good from Impact, knowing he's no flash, no TP, getting the wave in, getting a plate, trying to keep himself relevant in this game. Dokla's likely going to base, try and get those upgraded boots, and then return.
All right.
Thank you, Leju.
Inspired's going to do here on this Pantheon. Needs just the slightest amount more experience to hit level 6 and unlock the Grand Starfall. Not going to find it here just yet. Heads back into his own jungle instead. Rahel and Huhi still kind of trapped underneath their own turret. They know that Inspired is somewhere in the neighborhood. Inspired waiting on his own red buff there now to respawn. That will be red plus level 6. I feel like this is a recipe for playmaking.
If Sentinels decide to push in a little bit too far or start this fight, Inspired would be flying in over the top. Impact is mid lane though. He's hoping for an extended fight.
Okay, Inspired has his level 6. Hambach trying to pick up the crab. Magical Journey coming out from Isles. Rahel sidesteps the Cosmic Binding. Aqua Prison also not on the mark there to lock up Isles, so the Bard continues just walking away. Berserker blocking the rockets as they escape. Hambach secured that crab, but it wasn't enough to get him his level 6. There is a big difference between Mundo
Hambach, take the cannon.
So Hambach wants to make
there
sure
he
he
goes.
passes back up to Inspired ASAP as Saint tries to keep the pressure onto Darkwings, but the hero minion intercepts the Shuriken flip.
Sentinels minion for sure. CS even in that mid-wave actually, but Inspired just going to try and bide his time, and LYON is all about playing this game as wide as possible, whereas Sentinels are the ones that want to bring it together. We saw a microcosm of that just now as Impact ran through mid lane, was hoping that there'd be a team fight where they can have 5v5, but while that was happening, Dokla was pushing top lane and it forced everyone to spread out once again.
All right, Isles on the Bard, roaming once more as Saint jumps in after Darkwings. Ooh, the flash from Isles is a big whiff. Saint, not quite enough damage to kill Darkwings there. You could see the idea is that hopefully you line the perfect execution up, so when you dash out, it can also hit the Orianna, but Darkwings positioned himself far enough to
Isles burned his flash.
Pace, so Saint not going to get his lethal opportunity there. Darkwings survives and doesn't even use the flash.
Gets a... I feel like Isles was trying to predict.
I do think League of Legends is the best, most fun game to watch.
Flash the flashing Bard to get away, and then
just because of the way it builds.
So it didn't connect. I'd have to see that again to be sure, but that's what I think.
It feels like a likely scenario, right? You are thinking the guy is definitely going to try to flash here. You know how dangerous
it's almost tequila time, Sparks.
Was not the way it ended up playing out, and this is also going to give Inspired the confidence to go ahead and start working on the grubs. No first dragon taken so far yet in this one. Remember that in game number 1, it was Inspired with total neutral control early on. First Drake into the grubs after. This time around, the grubs are the first priority, while Hambach is going to start up the Drake. They know that Inspired is up at the grubs. They've got Darkwings and Huhi both ready to go on this one. And Hambach's
we always will take a Drake.
Any response from LYON, and it looks like that'll be just the case.
Yeah, Inspired is just going back to base. He's happy with this
Love
trade.
a good Drake.
If they're trying to scale and play late game with Gnar and Sivir split pushing, the grubs will come in pretty handy for them. And they're just going to take this game slow, just like every early game that LYON takes. If the team was pushing the tempo, they're kind of seeming to do everything they can to slow it down.
And you mentioned earlier how all the money from that first fight, the big recipient was Inspired, just hit Sundered Sky before 9 minutes.
Wait a second.
Game, so he's going to have all the power he needs to continue trying to make moves as Isles once more going to evade.
Oh no, Rahel! Look at Rahel!
Bottom lane, that will do it. Inspired.
Okay, that one I don't understand. Our whole team was mid. We left Rahel to die.
Back to mini Gnar form.
Lee Juke, that's the rumor.
Is already in full retreat.
Yeah, gonna try and save as many plates as he can. Will probably teleport back in, but Berserker's getting paid as well.
Yeah, I don't know what was happening there.
When 3 people showed mid and the shockwave missed from Darkwing's Orianna, that let Inspired know that he can just turret dive with impunity, and he pulled off the kill for free.
Isles trying to just continue covering up here in this top lane as Dokla will use his teleport, return back up to the top side, has the plated steel caps alongside the Phage. Over on the other side, Impact will take this opportunity for a recall of his own. No neutrals to fight for on either side of the map right now, since the Grubs were taken by LYON and then Sentinels took the Dragon right after.
Suds.
We're going to have a pretty
watching when Helmbach's popping off, it's so much fun to watch.
What the teams place the value on with the Herald and the next Dragon spawning at very similar times.
Yeah, today definitely hasn't been our best day. That's for certain.
A little bit on just how the lanes are going, which flashes are burned, because then Inspired can pick his targets to find whatever the best.
Because Rahel burned Flash and died, and now Berserker's already got a 600 gold lead.
As many Drakes as you can, because you need a way to draw the other team into you since you don't have good engage, and rushing Soul as quickly as possible is what they're going to prefer.
All right, we'll keep an eye on that. When that next Drake spawns here in about 3 minutes, see how much priority Sentinels place on it. Looking across the board, we're still mostly messing with components here, so even though LYON does have a 1,000 gold advantage, it really is just mostly manifesting in Inspired with that Sundered Sky. Everybody else still feels a pretty decent sense of parity with their opponent, I would have to say. So, doesn't look like we're going to get any more big, exciting moves. Even up in top lane, we just see every time Impact has Dominus ready, he just pops it, gets a little bit of wave control, forces Dokla back, and then there's not a whole lot more to tell about it.
Yeah, and it's doing fine. I mean, if the junglers aren't going to go up there, may as well use your ult as much as possible to keep the gold close. The bigger thing is whether or not Saint can get a little fed in this game.
Here comes Inspired. He's got his ult.
Invades the enemy jungle yet again. So much of this in game number 1, remember, and looking to run it back a little here in game number 2.
That Pantheon ult lets you close a lot of space fast.
Who he trying to follow Hombach in. Darkwing's also coming around. LYON are being forced back in their own jungle because at the same time, Rahel also has things pushed up in the bottom lane, so he can rotate over. Yeah. It's actually 4 Sentinels players ready to invade the enemy red buff, and Hombach's going to steal this one away.
I love it. Deny Inspired as much as you can.
Whoa, nice Darkwings.
Really well in this lane currently against
All right, that was a nice play by Darkwings. He made him blow his flash.
The Orianna ends up being fine. It's just in so many of these
matchups.
But
because we spent so much time in their jungle, we are now 2k behind.
And then the side lanes become unplayable. But current state, at least pre-Gunblade, it was really fine. Now it's going to get a little bit dicey with the Gunblade and the fact that role quest completed, so the Akali's going to side lane. But without random kills for the Akali and a bit of a snowball started, I think Darkwings is going to be generally okay.
Yeah, Darkwings also completing his Rod of Ages just about the exact same time as that Gunblade was finished for Saint, so at least that's going to already start stacking right about on the same timer as the previous game. I think this Rod of Ages is a little bit slower than what we saw from Saint's Rise in game number 1, but 60 seconds left on the clock until we get that next Drake.
Yeah, the Sivir's 1,200 gold ad. That's a little rough.
River just yet. Dokla versus Impact yet again. Just the classic slap each other around. Nobody's actually in any real danger. Okay, we disengage, but there are some potential outside actors ready to get involved. Both supports also in the top side river battling over vision right now. And the fact that the supports are battling over vision, look at the difference in the vision in the 2 parts of the river. The bottom side river has 1 red ward in it. The top side river has so many more resources invested in and around that area.
This makes me think that LYON's not going to be playing for the Drake that's up in 22 seconds.
Yeah,
they have 5 wards on the top side. They're probably conceding this and going for something top.
That would be my guess as well, because generally we're not going to waste 500 gold.
Guess they're going for the Rift Herald, and they're just trying to snowball gold here.
We're not going to. Yeah,
they're going to let us take the first 2 Drakes, it appears.
Side. They are up 1,500 gold as a team, but Isles and Inspired are down here in the bottom side jungle. Hombach's going to go ahead and start up the Dragon with the infected Bonesaw.
They're still thinking about it. They got the people here. They're going to try and retake this vision, it seems
like. It is 4v4 here. Here we go.
Looking around,
can we kill someone this time?
As they can. Rahel with the
all right, nice, Nami.
But now he's got to be careful. Come on, Hombach. Isles continues running, but your magical journey is very short. That's 1 kill over to Sentinels. Hombach's going to take it. LYON getting a little bit over eager to try to make that play. You saw Inspired go for the flash stun on Rahel, but Rahel's reaction was good enough.
Nice play by Rahel. Let's go. Rahel and Hombach both played that so nice.
That's going to earn them their second Drake.
SS pin back. Here we go.
Sentinels has more health and damage.
Yeah, Inspired's like, let me go top. Let me go do something different.
Because the fight begins and they can just walk you down. So Hombach
Another Mountain Soul. So Mundo with a Mountain Soul. You can't even kill him. Wait, can we kill Saint? No, we have no wave. Wait. Okay, this wave, new wave coming. New wave coming. Here we go. Here we go. Get in here, Hambach. Hambach, get in here. Kill this kid. Hambach, here we go, Hambach. Come on, land this Q.
Bonesaw connects. Saint trying to make enough distance to get away here, but no, it's Hambach making the play.
Let's go.
Impact has to try to escape here from the top side.
All right, Impact's dead, but that's fine. I don't know that Impact should have flashed there, because can he live here? No, he should have. Whoa!
Impact falls. LYON at least gets something back there on the top side.
Inspired ults in for emotional support. Now they're probably going to get the Rift Herald started up as well. But Teleport coming back quickly for Sentinels with Orianna.
So I feel like Impact maybe just should take that death there instead of flashing.
With the Mundo and the Drake stack.
What do you think?
This is kind of like what we were talking
about. But we are getting Hambach online.
Moves across the map. Yeah. They have.
Now we need Rahel. We need to help Rahel out because Berserker's got a 1K gold lead.
Nice interrupt there on the recall cancel for Berserker. It's just going to come down so much to what these team fights look like. Can LYON manage to out-team fight that ball of stats that you're talking about? Because the task is going to be tough. Once more, though, it's time to battle over vision. A lot of people in the top side.
Wait,
river.
What is happening? Everybody's here. Everybody's here.
Wards from both supports onto the Phaelite.
Yeah.
Wait,
there's no surprise
where's
Sentinels
Inspired?
LYON tight, even though it's 3-1 versus 1-3. Because if we look at what Sentinels has actually played so far this year, they've gone to 3 games.
Here
against
comes
everyone.
Inspired.
C9, FlyQuest.
Come on, Uhi. Come on, Rahel.
It will get easier for them in
Can we kill Inspired here? Can we kill one of them before everybody gets here? Where Hambach can't just die here. Oh no, gotta kill Inspired, gotta kill Inspired! They're both dead. Okay, wait, but we can kill Saint. We can kill Saint. Come on, Rahel! Yes! Hui, save Rahel! Hui, save Rahel! Kill Doklo! Impact! Oh, see now for Impact. Oh, all right.
Impact can't catch up to Dokla. It's a bloodbath in the top side.
What just happened?
Looks like
2 for 2?
2 for 2 with Berserker getting a kill over on the side.
But we have closed it to 700. That was messy, but that's okay.
Inspired's early lead is kind of evaporating, and the Akali for Saint isn't having the same influence that he had on Rise. So watching the way this one started one more time, it's Sentinels. This is how all their fights kind of have to look. They have to start the objective, and they have to fight when LYON enters. So Hambach not having level 11 was big there. Shockwave landed onto 2 up on the top side. And then Saint just can't get the execute on a Hui.
Oh, we couldn't kill. We needed to kill Dokla there. That would have been big. Isles, got to shout out Isles there because he both stunned Darkwings and then he stunned Impact.
And honestly, Hui and Dokla are both kind of lucky to get away and live there because they were both at a couple hundred HP. Mid lane tier 1 turret also not looking super hot for Sentinels right now. 18 minutes into the game, we still have no turrets taken from either side.
500 gold difference. Look out, Impact.
Like
no.
I mean, it sounds like it's going Sentinels. They want this game to go late. They want the Orianna and the Mundo to scale up. LYON will have Berserker insurance.
All right, Caster is saying our total comp scales better.
You can always carry a game.
Hope it's true.
5 or 6 items, but because it just shortens the lanes, so the ganks aren't as threatening.
Still only that 1,000 gold lead, not even that much.
If I'm squealing, you know that means there's actually a good game happening. Because when it's bad, I'm just sitting here going, go next.
Because we are a bit further into the game now. You can see Berserker.
Less than 1,000 gold. We have 2 Drakes, so it's dead even.
Also nearly has his Muramana fully evolved.
He does, so he's going to be trying to keep up with Berserker as well as possible. Second item completed for Darkwings with the Proto Belt as well. And I do want to call out, I know we talked a lot about Jose Dioto and his quest for MVP. I think Inspired is actually there as well. So last weekend, he didn't die. He had 11 kills. He was soloing.
Inspired didn't die. Your jungle not dying is pretty impressive.
He didn't die in game 1 of this series. He's died once.
All right, here we go. 20 seconds till this Dragons fight, which is going to really define what happens in this game. If we win this fight, we have a great chance to take the game. If we lose this fight, then I think Inspire at LYON probably starts to snowball.
Until the Earth Drake spawns. If Sentinels secure this, it's Soul Point. It's exactly what they want. Like you were talking about earlier, something that LYON will be forced to answer for the rest of the game on a 5-minute timer. Sentinels control the river for now. Hambach trying to land as many bone saws as he can.
Look at Saint. Look at this flank.
Ooh, he is deep behind enemy
Yes,
lines.
he is.
If he can manage to get the angle
Impact,
there,
go
that
find
is a
Saint. All
prime
right, here we go.
angle
Impact,
to
go
make something
find
happen.
Saint.
Meanwhile, though, Dokla
Wait,
on
Rahel?
the left side has to be careful as Rahel valks forward with Huhi right behind him. Puts a little chunk
We gotta
of
kill that
damage into
ward.
the Gnar while he is in that vulnerable mini form. Isles and Saint both
Yeah,
go
look
approach
out,
from the
Dark
side. They
Wings,
wanna
look
go after
out.
Dark Wings.
Yes.
Inspired flies
Yes.
in, but again, the counter engage is there.
Mahabag!
Execution onto Dark
Yes!
Wings. Dokla coming up right behind him. Inspired is
Okay,
coming down.
wait, come on, Impact, get in there, Impact, get in there, kill Dokla! Kill Dokla! Kill Dokla! And Hambach! Can Hambach get them both? Okay, wait. Yes! Wait, gotta keep Hambach alive. Gotta keep Hambach. Where are you going? Can Hambach really survive here?
And Saint are
Yes!
the only two left standing on the LYON side. It's a 3-for-2 trade, and Sentinels retain control of the Dragon.
Impact!
He lands the root
No!
to Saint, but he misses the kill by 100
Ooh.
damage.
But it looks like the Mundo is going to be able to secure
Mundo.
Sentinel's Soul Point for Mountain Soul as soon as he finishes off the last 2,000 health
Nobody's
on this
here.
Drake. Really crazy fight.
Nice.
By LYON. They completely sold out to kill Darkwings here. Pantheon all flies in. Saint goes on his magical journey around everyone. Doesn't even reach, so the Bardald has to get him there, and then he kills Darkwings. I kind of blame Rahel a little bit for being right next to Darkwings after all of that, because they sent everything on Darkwings and still managed to kill Saint. So I think the fight could have gone even better for Sentinels if their carries had spread
Squeal
out
meter.
a little bit more, because they ended up, if you're trying to run through like Mundo, Orianna Mundo, it's tough.
Nice.
Okay.
All right.
Pretty nice. Yeah, pretty nice. That was pretty nice. Our game
All right,
is
we have
still
3
almost
Drakes to
even in
none.
terms of gold, but now Sentinels are the ones who do have the slightest of leads. And remember back to game number 1, it was Sentinels that were marginally ahead for a good long while, but then once LYON took the lead, they just kept it for the rest of the game, right? So now that Sentinels have a slight lead, they have Soul Point, I really feel like this next Dragon.
Can we kill Saint here? Can we kill Saint here? Oh, Inspired is here too. Oh, all right. We almost got the turret. All right, get here. Come on, Huhi. Get here, Huhi. Yes, nice, Huhi. Nice tidal wave. Boom. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. We're all here. We're all here. Can we just bully this tower here? We can. We can just take this tower.
Getting pretty strong.
Nice.
Pretty crazy fight over
okay.
the third turret of the game.
1K gold lead.
One's down for LYON now. Hambach, surprisingly squishy against Berserker Sivir, who's really packing a punch so far.
Yeah, that Infinity Edge being done just makes this guy hurt so much. When you look at Hambach, yeah, he's got a lot of health.
Yeah.
But the only armor is plated steel caps and Deadmans. Everything else is hard steel, and then the components you could see, they're grayed out right now, but it's a Kindle Gem and a Ruby Crystal. So he's a big, giant sponge, and sponges are soft. And Berserker is doing a good job punching through that sponge of HP that is Hambach. But again, I think like the past many team fights, we've kind of seen both junglers be the focus at the very start, because Inspired has to fly into it to focus an enemy carry. Hambach then is the one on Inspired bodyguard duty to throw him out of the club. Inspired has been thrown out of the club twice.
He has.
The past couple of fights, the Pantheon has
They
not
cursed
been able to
Inspired.
accomplish his goal,
After they put up
and I
that
feel like
stat that
then
said he
means
didn't
Hambach
die
did
last week,
accomplish
he's died
his,
twice.
since he's the one keeping his carry safe. There is only one individual gold lead on LYON right now. It is Berserker, though. He is almost 2,000 gold ahead of the enemy AD carry. If you're LYON, that's the win con.
He's absolutely the win con. It's not Saint. Saint had an amazing game 1 on Rise. Hasn't really been able to
Darkwing's a 13K gold lead on the Orianna.
Akali into Mundo, Renekton, Orianna, if you don't have the ability to attack the Orianna in side lanes, is kind of a tough game to play.
Yeah.
But Sentinels have done a good job just picking the right fights, because we know they have such limited engage, and they have just pushed their waves, been in position first to these objectives, and they've kind of forced LYON to come contest them.
Yeah, it is wild that they have this many champions with this many backstories.
Already for Sentinels.
Yeah, less than 2 minutes until that spawns. Like I already said before, our
Bradley, I hope you're right.
Up here, I think that this is going to be so important for Sentinels to secure it here and not 5 minutes from now, not losing out on this one. They've already executed twice on being able to win these team fights, earn themselves the Drakes. They're going to have to make it that third time for the charm, though, as Hambach and Impact, the big, beefy
Berserker with the 2K gold lead.
So this isn't like the Asterix gauge type of itemization that allows you
Impact was sitting here ready for this move. We must have someone coming. There's Hambach. Okay, here we go.
A lot of extra damage.
Hambach is here. Oh, so's Rahel. So's Hooey. What is happening here? Our whole team is here. We gotta kill. We gotta kill Dokla. We can't lose Impact. Yes.
Impact has to pop the dominance.
Okay, now they're gonna get a turret for this, but they're gonna get that turret anyway.
Not a huge loss in the overall map. It sent 4 people up there. It looks like Saint's gonna be able to kill the bot turret. Mid turret's on 1 plate, so maybe that's pretty close as well. I think that was just nice little entertainment before the eventual soul fight.
Just a little.
There you go. The casters just thought that was something for the fans to get a chance to watch something fun while we wait for the next
until Drake, 25
fight.
seconds until Dokla, and it looks like his
So we wanted to take that fight,
bad.
spend our money. Wait,
the teleport is not going to be
Dokla
available.
doesn't have teleport for this. Wait a second.
It takes longer than 5 seconds to run.
Wait a second. Dokla doesn't have.
Is all it matters, okay, guys? All it matters, and then all about fights. We need.
Why did they turn the comms off?
I'm vindicated now that he agrees with me and my point about this dragon, it's so important. That seems to be the notion here for Sentinels as they establish some of their vision control towards the entrance of the enemy red side jungle.
Dokla is going to make it back. They just don't have good vision at the start. So the dragon.
We have full vision here. They have no vision.
Watch out for the Akali GP.
Yeah, and there's that flank.
Okay, can we kill Akali? Can we kill Akali here? Can we kill Akali here?
He's been spotted out. Hambach trying to move in from the
Can we kill Akali here?
All over the place in this one. Lion trying to regroup, reestablish those battle lines in a safer way. Saint's flank is spoiled. That's pretty big here for Sentinels.
Hambach's got to retake the space. Isles gets engaged on by Renekton. Here's the fight.
Yep, there's your Ruthless Predator trying to lock
Come on, Dark Wigs.
Berserker gets away for now, firing back into Impact as Inspired, looking for the chance to jump on in. Now it's Sentinels who have to reorganize their battle lines. Dark Wings knocked down to half HP. On the Hunt was used from the Sivir. Grand Starfall used from the Pantheon.
All right, Impact's TPing back.
Sentinel side.
It is just an
oh no, Impact, no!
Right Sentinels is reestablished themselves, but a team Impact is very risky.
Yeah, he TP's in, but he immediately flashes out of the Mega Gnar, so now Dokla doesn't have that ultimate.
All right, Dokla uses Mega Gnar, so that's great.
Saint is still looking for this potential flank, as Inspired at 40%
Oh
HP
my goodness,
stays
this
right
is
next to
craziness.
Hambach continues trying to zone them away with the infected bone saws, as Dokla reverts back into the midi form now. Saint
oh my goodness, come on, Dark Wings.
Sentinel still staying on top of the Drake, but no DPS.
Come on.
Solely focused on that fight. You heard who he talking about.
This is crazy. Wait, we got Inspired! We got Inspired!
That's another nice tidal wave coming out from
okay, come on, Impact, come on, Impact, come on, let's go, let's go! Come on! Gotta keep Hambach alive! No! Hambach, get back over there! Dive over there! Wait a second. Dark Wings, you gotta stay alive! Okay, it's 2v3.
Sentinels this long dance outside of the Dragon Soul doesn't go their way. Now Hambach
turn around, hit back, we gotta burn him down!
Into the enemy jungle.
Oh, damn it. They got an ace. And now they're all back. No, and they're going to be back.
Team fighting is just different. Isles with the perfect flash stun onto Rahel, gets them to kill the Corki before Rahel can really do damage. And most importantly, Berserker just gets to hit.
I have to fight now.
Yeah, we should fight, guys. Just
fun.
I'm looking. Corki. Yeah, I can one-shot him.
Mundo has no passive.
Look him. Fine, guys.
No W Renekton, Mundo no flash.
Looks fine. Look. Go front. No flash. Come. Orianna, head splashy. Guys, I'm looking Orianna, yeah. I got him. Don't hit.
Yeah, we needed to kill the Sivir.
Portal 3. I'm walking. No flash on Mundo.
My ulti 3 seconds.
I think Renekton.
Yeah, their Bard popped off there.
No flash on Mundo.
Look, Lantern.
No flash on
Mundo.
And now, just like that, they have a 2K gold lead.
Really love the comms there, both from Inspired and from Isles. Inspired dead, telling them not to do Drake, continue the fight, and then Isles with the confidence at the very end to pick up those last 2 kills.
And I love the fact that you call out it's Isles Cosmic Binding under Rahel's core.
Oh, look at the Sivir. Oh, yeah.
That was just that was the last fight.
Yeah, 13K in one fight. So you remember what I was talking about with sponges?
Spongy Mundo.
Yeah. That Mundo is
Wait a minute.
sponged. The damage from Berserker is just absolutely next level. Now he has his Mortal Reminder.
Damn it, Berserker with a 3K gold lead. We're kind of cooked here.
7,000 ahead of the next closest competitor, which is actually his own top laner. It's not even Saint.
Yeah, I mean, it's almost all of it was from that fight. So his Sivir, 11-4. He does win a lot of games, but it's every hyper carry. I feel like Berserker just has some insane stats on.
I mean, we remember when he first joined the league back in the day on Cloud9, it was the very scary Zeri hyper carry meta where it's just a pentakill every single game, and that just became synonymous with him in
How we're suddenly down 4K gold. That
taken
was craziness.
Huge control over the momentum in this game. 4,000 gold ahead. You've stopped the soul for Sentinels. This is now where we put Sentinels' tenacity to the test because things are rough. They have got to try to stabilize themselves after that.
Damn it.
That was the biggest swing in the game thus far that has resulted in the biggest difference in power thus far.
It really has, and just like that, a 4,000 gold lead for LYON. Like, what is this, man?
Just materialized.
Okay, don't count Sentinels out, Flowers. Every single series they've played this year, they've gone to split. They've gone to 3 games. It doesn't look great. It doesn't look great right now, but trust the process.
Yeah, what we were talking
against
about
Cloud9. This is how we were 7K gold down.
Guaranteed losses. That one against Cloud9 that was a 7,000 gold deficit or something at the time. 7's more than 4. If you can win that one, you can win this one.
4,000 gold, 31 minutes. That's like nothing.
Look out, Darth
That will not even exist. Don't worry about that.
It's all on Sivir.
Yeah.
Which I think is worse than it just being 3,000 general gold.
But that means if you kill Sivir, it's all gone.
And it's all gone.
It's all gone. All you got to do is
we have to kill
the
Sivir.
That hasn't died once yet this game.
That has Spell Shield, Barrier, and Flash.
And Knight's Vow from Bard.
But if you catch him off guard with the Mundo flashing an Orianna ball, you've got a chance.
Okay. That's the name of the game then.
Yeah.
Isles trying to clear out some of the vision here in the Baron pit. Still 2
Isles took half his health from the Baron.
More around this top side river for now. Big
C9 lost the first map 1-13 against Loud. That can't be true.
Gauge there for Douglas, very durable now on the Gnar. Guardian Angel completed for Inspired. Arm Guard unbroken, ready for Saint. I already mentioned the Knight's Vow on Isles, so a lot of clutch items available now on the side of LYON. As Berserker, I mean, he takes a chunk of damage, but he's not in any true
He got his R. That's something. Got to chip away at him, land some jabs, so no crazy move speed.
But he is level 17 now, so ultimate cooldowns, they aren't particularly long. And we still have 70 seconds.
Isles has been so annoying. Every time we try and base, he comes over to
pump the brakes a little bit, wait for that
stalk
to
us.
come back. And it shouldn't be
they're going to start the Baron here. All right, we couldn't base there.
A little surprising here that they're starting up the Baron because I feel like Hambach would be able to walk in. It's on a Meganar timing, so they're trying to get something out of it.
Okay, Dokla ready to transform at any moment. Berserker does a lot of damage.
Inspired is taking a lot of damage here. Look at Inspired. He's lost half his health. So this is a good time for a fight. Inspired's lost half his health. Come on.
Ready to step up. Hambach's still only level 15, so he doesn't have the major power spike from the 3rd level ultimate upgrade.
All right. That was pretty good for us. The Inspired lost half his health. Can we kill Dokla here?
Feels like the LYON plan has kind of just been foiled here, but still sticking around as their recalls are interrupted.
That was crazy by Hambach right there. It's 18 seconds until Soul, so Sentinels is going to very easily have position on the spawn of this Drake, but they're now the ones running into clear more vision away from Baron. This Drake is all that matters, like who he said for the last one.
Yeah, Isles
wait a second.
Impact is waiting on him, but it's only Impact, so it's not like there's any real threat onto Isles. He will be
all right, we're getting the vision here.
That's exactly what you're saying. Sentinels now has total control over the bot side river. They're just going to start the objective.
But they're not dumping all their damage onto it yet. They're hoping to do damage to LYON when LYON flies in.
Yep, Dokla still in mini form, but Inspired.
We got to kill Inspired! Rahel, you got to kill Inspired! Come on, kill Inspired! Somebody kill Inspired!
Still fighting. Darkwings dies first.
Darkwings is dead. Damn it, Rahel's dead. GG.
And buys him all the time he needs. A double kill for Berserker as Impact can't even kill Isles. Hambach's the only one still standing.
GG.
And that is a disaster fight for Sentinels. It's a 4-for-0 for LYON.
LYON might be trying to end the game off of this one. They double TP into the top lane to at least maximize the gold that they're going to be getting. They haven't actually killed the Drake yet. So with this investment, they might be looking to end here.
Yeah, this is the full send call from LYON. 5-man push, barreling down the top lane. Only Hambach on the Mundo still standing to maybe be able to stop.
Everybody's
them.
dead
5
for
left on
15
Huhi
seconds.
On the Nami, 10 seconds on Darkwings, 15
okay,
on
Huhi, give him a wave. Does Huhi have his ult? Does Huhi have his ult? Does Huhi have his ult?
Trying to buy enough time for everybody else to come
oh
back.
no!
Darkwings back in the fountain.
Come on, Darkwings, you gotta kill somebody quick. Darkwings, you gotta kill everybody. Rel's back. Wait a second. No, wait a second. Oh my goodness, let's go.
From Sentinels.
Gotta clean that wave. Let's go. Let's go.
No Bellflowers. That's a huge.
Wait a second.
From Darkwings.
Wait a second.
The carries and Soul is still up.
The Soul is up. Everybody in a LYON jersey is dead. The Baron is
They're all
up.
dead for
You
30
can get
seconds.
both super
We're gonna get Baron
back to
and
back.
Soul.
That is an incredible hold by Sentinels. Just when you thought LYON was going to secure the clean sweep, they stay in the game. So objective bounties
Somebody
aren't up,
help
but
Hambach.
they get all the champion bounties, and they have so much time. They're easily going to be able to just collect. Then they'll be able to reset again. But probably they need to stick in their base because their Nexus is completely exposed.
The Nexus is exposed at 25% HP, so if you just have like Pantheon ult in, drop a ward, and then teleport Dokla and Saint on top of him, they can just burst your Nexus down. It is
you know
kind
what?
of
It's a start.
stuff.
That's step one.
This is what we're talking about. He didn't hear no bell.
The key is now we just need to farm until we get.
Doesn't matter.
Oh my God. So I mean.
Oh, he didn't hear the bell.
It was 9,000. I need to find the moment they landed that shockwave in this game.
Darkwing. Somebody trash talk Darkwing in the chat, and Darkwing saved the game right there. So whoever that was, Darkwing showed you.
Yeah, 7,500 gold. They were down.
We can't afford anyone to die.
3,000 gold, but they have the Soul, which is thousands of
now
gold
we just got to
stats.
sit back and farm, which is fine for us.
By
By the way, Berserker is now only 14 ahead of Rel.
Hit the level 16 spike on Mundo. All those power spikes,
And it's probably not that big a deal that their lead is on the Gnar.
They just slingshot back to hitting them with that hold.
What an absolutely crazy sequence. That was so close. And now Sentinels feel like they've been given a second chance. The Nexus still rapidly regenerating its HP. It's climbed back up to about 2/3 now, so at least they can't kill it in 2 auto attacks.
Yeah.
But you're still pretty afraid of it being in trouble.
That's fine. We have the Soul.
You know,
So basically, in 4 minutes, there's an Elder fight, but we have the Mountain Soul, so Hambach's going to be less squishy.
Death cap on the Orianna now.
A death cap on the Orianna.
They're level 17 on Mundo. They'll be hitting level 20 on the 2 Soul laners.
Yep.
Berserker's still going to be a problem. He's a very big problem. But with Mountain Soul, it's a little harder to cut through people. They all have the Overshield and the extra armor and MR.
Rahel also with his Infinity Edge on the Corki has the last Whisper 2 to punch through this front line of Dokla and Inspired. It's trying to knock that Corki out ASAP. LYON setting up positions here in enemy jungle. Inspired just stealing away some Kruggies.
You take those Krugs, Inspired. We don't want them.
Level 20.
Unless something crazy happens, we're really on long cooldown here because the team with Baron can't leave their base. And because they took Drake and Baron at the same time, those objective timers are super long.
Yeah, there's nothing on the map.
Hey, Dex, when you hear the bell, that means that the match is over.
40,000 damage so far in this
So until
game.
you hear the
Almost
bell,
surprising.
look at that.
30.
Let's regenerate.
Check the goal. Why not?
Okay. Sure.
This game is basically even now, because now our Nexus turrets are rebuilding themselves.
Yeah,
on the Corki.
That's the huge amount of bounties that he collected on that. He was honestly kind of useless in most of these fights. Because if I look back to the amount of damage that he was actually doing, yeah, 18,000. He's the least damage on his team other than the support.
Yeah, he's certainly not at the spot he would like to be in.
If he gets to enter the game, that's going to be big for Sentinels.
10 seconds left on the Baron, though. Only plus 200, 300 gold on the Red Bull power play like you were talking about. It's just kind of the nature of the game when you get Baron, but you have to be stuck in your own base.
Yeah.
I feel like we went from a game that felt like a LYON stomp to just being on a knife's edge.
Dude, it's 36 kills in 39 minutes. It became just a turbo banger off of that one hold.
Yeah. Credit to Darkwings for the shockwave that saved the game, but the job's not done yet. If Sentinels wants to keep this going to a game 3, they're still going to have to find their way through some LYON defenses that still have
like
tier
who
2
he likes to
turrets
say.
in 2 of
Just
the
1
3
fight.
lanes.
Just need
Sentinels
one
at
win,
least
one
have
fight.
enough confidence to move back out through their own jungle now, as their Nexus turrets have at least respawned, so it's not like the Nexus itself is completely vulnerable. You can see 5 seconds left.
All right, we've pushed out of our base here, so we're now getting some vision.
That to be restored so that you don't have to have
and now that the Nexus turrets are back, we don't have to be as scared as we were before. Wait a second. Wait a second. Wait a second.
As they're moving in.
Oh.
So production wasn't running the replay because they were afraid, like, running the replay into some Nexus backdoor.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I told them now is probably safe to run the replay, so if the game ends during the replay, you can blame me.
Okay.
I apologize. I really want to see it again.
We're going to base, so now they can do the replay.
Exactly. So I don't think, unless someone makes a big mistake, we're safe to see the replay.
Okay.
Yeah, the base
I agree with Jack.
has reborn. All right, here we go.
So, Hambach.
Hambach.
The Bardalt stops the Orianna. Hambach is just mauling Inspired.
Here we go.
Really, to me, it was all about the shockwave. Let's see what Rahel does down on the bot side. He kills Dokla.
Rahel kills 2 there.
And then Darkwings.
And then Darkwings, Orianna ball.
Saint and Berserker in the shockwave. That's it. If he only catches 1, they have so much AD.
Nice. Wait, I think.
I think we're back in the game.
It's not over.
Yeah,
Inspired.
we're still alive. All right.
A minute to the Elder fight. The Elder fight will kind of, but we now have a soul.
Again, because like you pointed out earlier, the buffs taken at the same time means they respawn at the same time.
Yes.
So Baron and Elder are both going to spawn just about 60 seconds from now. And these types of situations can become so nerve-wracking as the teams dance back and forth and try to decide.
Whoever wins the Elder fight is going to win the game because it can take, if all else fails, take Baron and win the game.
It's this is where that macro level shot calling just decides the game.
It really does.
This is where Inspired is the GOAT. So to win this fight, it'll be really hard.
In these fights, he seems to always be hitting Mega.
The base respawn is one that's just super scrappy, so therefore it's harder for them to be organized.
Berserker, Guardian Angel completed, Hex Drinker on the side of Rahel. Both AD carries approaching max items. Berserker's there, Rahel almost, and Sentinels set up on the Elder
Impacts. Stalking Isles over there.
For the Lion side, you've got Stasis for the
15 seconds.
You've got the Sterix on the Gnar. So many defensive tools on the other side. Also, the Sterix.
All right, wait. Dokla just used his Mega Gnar. Wait. Dokla just used his Mega Gnar. What's the cooldown on the Mega Gnar? Somebody tell me how long it takes for the Mega Gnar to come back.
Right there. But it looks like Sentinels have decided the buff that they care more about between the two is the Elder. Typically, if you get this one first, you're just so much stronger.
15 seconds? Wait, can we kill Isles here? Chase Isles! Chase Isles! Chase Isles! Oh, all right. Good. How to use.
Escape, but that's one of their big potential pick/engage tools no longer available.
Totally worth it. They don't burn much for that. They get the heal, the Bardalt, and they really push him out of the fight.
Okay, Saint over here.
Looks like he took
Come on, Impact.
Right now.
Oh,
really
Impact finding Saint.
Saint being marked.
Isle still doesn't have a lot of health.
Right side of the fight.
He popped Mega on that red buff.
Okay, Dokla.
Dokla's trying to teep.
Dokla bars Guardian Angel. There are
oh, Dokla bought Guardian Angel. Damn it. We're kind of screwed here. This fight, we're kind of screwed. Because we have to kill everybody twice. Come on, we got to melt Inspired! 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 Oh, Impact! Impact killed Berserker! Impact killed Berserker! Impact! But they all have Guardian Angel.
Sentinels kill everybody except for Dr. Mundo.
They all have Guardian Angel. There was no way we could win that fight.
These guys down 2-0 style. It was dicey there at that first Nexus push, but there's no way for Sentinels to stay standing on this one. The timers are simply too long. The Lion team fighting is simply too good. They call their shot.
Yeah, Inspired's the GOAT. But also when they got that additional Guardian Angel, like too crazy.
Gorgeous team fight to end the game. That was against Mountain Soul, late game Corki, Orianna, Mundo, and they just came in from every possible angle. They had 3 GAs, they only used one of them. So they completely wiped them there at the very end. Was an amazing last round, second to last round of fighting. As Sentinels stayed alive, but then they walked in for that last round and got completely KO'd.
It went from a game that, like I said, just felt very one-sided, very favored for Lion, and then now it's crazy for the last 5 minutes. Sentinels.
4 teams are in the upper bracket, 2 are in the lower bracket.
Just what we see from Sentinels so often. Their early games, they can build leads. They get themselves to the point where they're at soul point and they're demanding the answer from their
So
opponents,
close.
but then they
So
don't
close.
clutch the soul fight.
That was
It's
such a
LYON that
crazy
ends up coming
game
out on
where
top,
we
and now, with the series
somehow
wrapped up, we're joining Emily and Isles
didn't
for dinner.
lose.
Hello.
The first time we should have
I'm
lost.
here with Victoria's support, Isles. Let's just go over. So, what is going through your mind when Darkwings actually does hit that shockwave as you guys are trying to get down the Nexus?
There is a big, brief moment of silence. You're thinking you have 50 seconds to think about what we're gonna do. I think I said not so cheerfully. They're gonna get Soul and Baron now, but you know, when you have so much time and they're not ending, I mean, all you can think about is your next steps. So yeah.
Yeah, what went through in terms of comms for regrouping? Because obviously you guys did end up taking the game, and it was through a team fight at Baron. Your team fighting definitely seemed
At Elder.
superior in this series.
I mean, I do think that even though we lost Baron and Soul, the game was not really over. At this point in the game, it seemed like Renekton was largely outscaled. Na was pressuring on the side constantly, and it didn't really seem like Sivir could be moved off the mid-wave particularly easily. So I think, I mean, there definitely were some complications. I think the way we played around Nash wasn't great. I was definitely too hasty in what we were looking for, but I mean, the way that we engaged later on in the game is not really that clear just altogether when you play against champs like Rokinami, but I think we did a fairly good job of playing to our win cons, and that's what got us over the line.
Going into this match, you had said on pros, you kind of expressed shock that Sentinels were 1-3 going into this.
No, 1-4.
They've had a recently tough strength of schedule, but just talk to me about your perception of Sentinels as a team going into this matchup.
I mean, I've said this many times before, but I think that Sentinels' greatest strength is their teamwork. Not necessarily their team fighting individually, not necessarily laning individually, their teamwork. They're a very coordinated team, and it seems like their jungle and support are almost always on the same page about what they want to do in the game, and their laners play around that very, very well accordingly. Obviously, I think today in game one, I think they had a bit of a tough draft to make use of, and I think their support was maybe underutilized. In that sense, it was really hard for them to make progress, which is probably why the game seemed so easy. But I still think Sentinels is a good team. I think they didn't show their best today, neither did we, maybe in the second game. And draft is really important, I think, right now in this stage of the meta, so definitely can contribute, but glad to get the win regardless.
And then kind of looking ahead, you got comparatively little to prepare on this current patch. So have you seen anything that surprised you or anything fun and interesting you kind of want to pull out for the future?
I mean, some teams have been very experimental in scrims, but a lot of the stuff, especially for support, honestly, has stayed the same. So for me, it's not as exciting, I think, as other people, but I mean, we'll just have to see.
No crazy Braum with Hail Blades, static shiv, no?
No, I haven't pulled that one out yet, but maybe after the win, you'll see me in solo queue picking some unhinged things.
Nice. We'll look forward to it. Thank you so much, Isles. We'll toss it back to the lounge to close that out.
The human body was built.
No, because right now, relative to the standings, that there's so many wins in LYON, TL, and C9 that actually we're in a dogfight for 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th. And so unless FlyQuest upset either Cloud9 or Liquid, if we win our last 2 matches, there's actually a really good chance we come 4th because we would have beaten the teams we were tied with. And so, like I said, at this point, you're going to end up with the top 3 teams being 7-0, 6-1, 5-2. So this didn't really matter. What matters is we got to beat Shopify and Dignitas, and we need FlyQuest to not upset either Liquid or C9. If FlyQuest loses to Shopify in the match that's about to take place, that would actually equally make it a high likelihood we come in 4th if we win our last 2. So it's, yeah, the league right now has been very top heavy. We've given the top teams a real good run for their money. But, yeah, we weren't able to steal one of those wins. We definitely going to look back on the DSG match that started the split, and that was definitely a tough one to lose. And really, we'd be in a great shape for 4th right now if we had won that. And I think relative to EWC, I think, you know, the key was sometimes just how the draft plays out. And so you saw there where Rahel was on Corki and never got online. And there is no question that the games we've won, Rahel takes over the last team fight. And you saw from some of those damage graphs that Rahel's Corki was definitely not popping off. So I think that's the one thing that unfortunately did not break our way today, is how things went with the drafts. Because when you see the games we win, it's been Hambach getting it rolling early and Rahel just killing everybody late. And so that did definitely not happen today. So, all right, well, thanks everybody for hanging out. It's been fun. It's a bummer we couldn't close the game out, but we play next Saturday. Well, here, let's go look. I had the schedule up over here. All right, here we go. So we play Shopify 1 o'clock next Saturday. But so you can see that next week, Cloud9 plays FlyQuest. And so if Cloud9 wins that match, and then the last week we play Dignitas, who currently is in last place, and I don't think he's won a game yet. Have they won a game? No. So we finish up with Dignitas, and then again, FlyQuest plays LYON. So we are in a good position if we beat Shopify and Dignitas, that actually we have a reasonable path to coming in third or fourth. And so fourth gets you into the upper bracket. So that's still a real chance, unless FlyQuest goes on a run and upsets Liquid, who I have to admit, they have beaten Liquid twice. They beat Liquid twice in the qualifier. So FlyQuest definitely has it in them. So we'll see how this plays out. But yeah, it was, at least it was a fun ride with that last team fight at the Nexus. All right, thank you all. I'm going to run some ads on the way out the door. Is there no sound on that? I guess there's no sound on
that. I think competing against each other and at a high level. So it's been, you know, just disappointing. I think on stage, especially, I think my performance has been quite like shaky, random deaths, stuff like that. And yeah, I've just been trying to like refocus and keep focused on my lane phase so that I can, you know, have a stable game and actually play like with my teammates well. Because obviously if you get behind as a top lane, it's unplayable. So the split hasn't been feeling very good for me so far, but I do believe that I can, you know, bring it back. I have bring it back before from being, you know, being not the best player during the start of the split and then, you know, eventually becoming better. So I do believe in myself, but it's it takes a lot of work and it's been stressful, but yeah.
A lot of conversations have been kind of the strength of schedule, because like week 1 was versus Dignitas, if I'm correct, but it also was like LYON, C9, Team Liquid. Yeah. So you guys just had like tough matchups back to back to back. Internally, do you guys look at that and think that, like, basically, are you framing your viewpoint in terms of like you guys' improvement based on that?
I wouldn't say that we're too focused on that, mainly because I feel like all the teams are kind of good right now. Like even, you know, you've seen like EWC finals with FlyQuest Sentinels, you know, like, I mean, these teams are also really good and capable of beating the other teams that we played against. Although like, you know, C9, Team Liquid and LYON are considered like in our heads, the better teams, but in reality, it's not too big of a skill difference. So we don't really think that it's because of the strength of schedule or whatever that we lost our games or that the games haven't been going so well. I think we've just been focused on really ourselves and how to like make scrims stable and worth the practice so that we can go on stage and be used to the scenarios happening.
What do you visualize being Shopify Rebellion's like game plan when you guys are in the game? What do you guys see as your strength as a team?
I would say that it's mainly our playmaking. I think Contracts and Zinni are really, really good at making like the fast plays, the fast decisions, and I think that's their strength. I would say for top and bot, we're both pretty stable generally. We don't really make any crazy decisions that are like, you know, big plays or like big ints generally. Obviously, it can happen sometimes. But I would say our mid jungler is very good at making plays. I think putting them on champions that have that urgency, or agency rather, to make decisions that are, you know, have strong champions that can really drive the game, I think is how our team plays and plays well.
And thoughts on your opponents against FlyQuest?
I think FlyQuest is really good, so I don't expect the games to be any easier than the previous weeks, to be honest. I think Gakkos is, I thought it was funny because obviously with all like the Dokla stuff happening, with like possibly a new Korean top laner coming in for DSG after Surdy plays a couple weeks, it's going to be like me and Gakkos are the two only non-Koreans, I think, is what it's expected to be. And we're, both of our names are Ibrahim, so I was like, so two Ibrahims versus all the Koreans, you know? So it'll be fun playing against him. I think he's really good, so it's going to be a hard match, but I don't expect it to be like super difficult. I do think like the previous weeks, like playing against Morgan and stuff, is a little bit harder. So.
All right, thank you, and good luck for today.
Thank you.
Welcome back to the LCS here. Zale joined by Kobe for our last series of the weekend, Shopify versus FlyQuest.
Yes, sir. And the player of the game for the last game, surprise, surprise, it was Berserker, the Sivir that did 10 billion damage.
He did do 10 billion damage.
Who we got for the votes down here? Oh, yeah, Big Dokes. Honestly, honorable.
I thought Dokla had a very good game. You know,
yeah.
And with the rumors going around,
I know, it made me so sad.
Game,
looking at the player cam after every play, like whenever he died, I was like, no!
The fans are with me. Make it 2.
Big Dokes!
Justice.
But unfortunately, yeah, too bad. Berserker won. He did 10 billion damage. He can't really compete with those stats.
80 carry players, man.
You know? He's just cleaning up behind me, you know?
Dokka's doing all the hard work. He's landing the stuns.
I know, okay.
He's up there grinding. We got some FlyQuest family members here today with us.
Fly moms, hello!
Some FlyQuest moms. The players also, I know, are wearing jerseys that have their mom's names on them here today, which is
very
cool.
Cute, very cute.
A little bit of an early Mother's Day celebration from FlyQuest.
They actually did a whole like activation at their office with their moms as well.
Super oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. So we'll see if they can get the dub, if they can use the mom buff.
They got my vote, you know. Family first here. Really, really some wholesome values from FlyQuest. Meanwhile, Shopify, I'm sure they have wholesome values too.
Yeah, I'm like, what are we implying here? You know? Meanwhile, Shopify, word on the street, hate their moms. Weird.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Let's keep it on the rift here. Good, clean game of League of Legends.
I was trying to, but I was just shocked when I heard that, you know?
Yeah, I know.
Who would even say something like that?
Is Ludwig watching right now?
Yeah, what's up with that?
We got to talk to him.
You guys hate your moms? Come on.
Why is he going to get the moms out there?
Yeah, where are the Shopify moms?
He's going to get the whole families, actually. He's going to have to one-up them, you know?
Oh, exactly.
You can't just, like, equal.
Yeah, it can become a battle, and then you're bringing in third cousins and stuff.
Yeah,
and people you never met
the
before.
The family reunion.
Yeah. Gotta get the dogs out here. All right, well, we got a lot of the usual suspects on the ban list here. Varus, Orianna, Karma, Seraphine. A lot of the enchanters getting perma-banned these days, and it is going to be a Bard first pick here for Cryogen. One of his popular picks these days, for sure.
Yeah, I feel like it is a very versatile champion too. Obviously, like you can do offensive or defensive ults with it. Like you can build a team that wants to split on the map or still good for team fights. Like you can pick Caitlyn. Bard is definitely a very, very good combo at the moment, but definitely has a lot of other partners as well. All right, the Ezreal plus the Nico here for the poke and the engage.
Yeah, Ezreal Nico, very strong. It is kind of what people seem to go to when Karma is taken away a lot of the times. Of course, you can play Ezreal with a lot of different champions. It is quite versatile. We'll see what Griffin wants to play this week.
I've been waiting for him to do Skarner because we've had all this talk about Hanbok Skarner, and it's crazy. You gotta ban it. But Griffin was one of the first pro players to spend tons and tons of games on Skarner after the rework. He was spamming it, climbing Korean solo queue, and innovated on his builds, and now Skarner's good again, and Griffin's not slamming it. He's still stuck on this Pantheon, which is very good pick, and has a lot behind it as well. So they got the point and click stun, the good setup here with Pantheon that we've talked about many times for Griffin, and he's had some very good games on it.
And we've talked many times about this Jhin, a very controversial pick that Masu loves. Clearly is a big fan of the pick, but a lot of people are not a fan of him picking it. And generally speaking, a lot of teams, have not been having the most success with it. He did only play it one time this split. It got a big, exactly. He got a big early game lead, but it did end up resulting in a loss. And I'm curious what his record was on locking, because I recall him playing it in locking quite a bit as well. Yeah, so he was 1-3 on it in lock-in, and then 0-1, so 1-4 overall throughout the full year on the pick. And it is one that, like, you understand why he plays it. He seems to perform very well on it in game. He hits so many long-range deadly flourishes. He's really on point with it, but it also often just results in a loss. It's just one of those things that I think you need a lot of support from the rest of your team as far as consistent DPS, because Jhin often does not really bring that. And a lot of times when Jhin gets picked, people then will go with like really heavy frontline picks that are just going to be kind of able to kind of play in the face of the Jhin. And Jhin really struggles against like Scions and Ornns and champions of that nature.
It is interesting here because we'll see if Fudge does go with a big BP frontline and allow FlyQuest Gakkos to play some like Gwen carry or something into it, because I could definitely see him picking something like that and having a field day up there. So he's had more success as you've been focused on a lot of the carry champions rather than playing the tanks himself for Gakkos. So that can always be an angle. Snip.
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, I just think that he plays these carries so well. He's really good at setting up his own plays, finding his own angles to really create action. And that's something that you can't always do on a tank, right? Generally for a tank, you have to be really well coordinated with your team. It's more about setting up for your teammates rather than setting up for yourself. You can't necessarily go on these, one-man dives or big flanks on your own. Shopify clearly investing heavily into full dive here with Annie, Nocturne, Nico, True Shot Barrage over the top, and we're just kind of waiting to find out what Fudge will be going for, as Gakkos will be the one playing blind, which, since he is picking blind, there's a higher chance that he would go towards those tanks that they haven't had nearly as much success on.
Man, this is a crazy blitz comp. Like, just in the phrase of like going very aggressive very quickly.
Let's crank top like Lorlo.
Not exactly just like Lorlo. But Nocturne with Nico and Annie, holy moly, that engage is crazy. And this is 2 immobile carries. Picking the Victor here as well. It's a very good lane. You outrange the Annie in lane. You can poke him down. Especially, you have to imagine, with Deathfire Touch, that's going to be even more abusive. Victor is one of the best at
Anivia top.
Okay, here we go.
Or is it going to be Victor top? I mean, either or, but I think it's Anivia top. Anivia top is actually really strong in solo queue right now. Has been strong in solo queue for a long time, just incredibly low play rate, but has always been a really, really high win rate champion.
And it's been used in pro play,
here and there.
A lot in like counter pick scenarios. But definitely not as much for blind pick here. But we'll see if Gakkos up there is going to be fine into the Gragas. Gragas, of course, did get the W change, but
so it has 14 plays of Anivia top in the top 4 leagues in top lane, and 28% win rate. So has been played a decent bit, not that much success on it, of course, in top lane. Obviously doing a lot better in mid lane, more where it's kind of brought out as more of a standard pick, but very interesting stuff. And it is going to be Gragas, which we got to see Gragas yesterday. It did win the game if I recall, but wasn't really doing that well in lane against the Jace. Obviously, the thought process of Gragas into all these range matchups is you can just Q max with Comet and you can kind of just poke and survive a lot of the damage that's going to be coming in. The W buff, which we talked about a lot on the dive, is very big, but it's a very late game thing. No one's actually that I've seen changed their skill order to get points in W earlier, and it's the exact same as it was at rank 1. But when you get late in the game, especially if you're going Roa and you have all the XP from the role quest, hey, you can get max rank W.
Yeah, a lot of people like Gragas as kind of a neutralizing pick into a lot of matchups, so just a lot of good sustain up there and should be able to clear no problem. But it also, for the team comp, gives even more engaged. You just like Nocturne with Annie and Nico.
Wait,
and
I forgot
Gragas.
to leave.
Crazy engage. They can flank you from all angles. They can literally have all 5 people come from a different angle. And
I have some work I have to do.
FlyQuest's going to have to keep up their vision, and even then, the lights might get turned off from Nocturne Ultimate. So we'll see how they can operate if Shopify Rebellion here can start to turn it up, because Shopify, they don't have a lot of time
Thank you all for hanging out.
There is some pressure at the bottom of the standings as we get closer and closer to playoffs, to the cutoff of getting in. And it would feel really good to get a win over FlyQuest here, because they're already kind of up in the middle of the pack there with the 2 wins for themselves. And Shopify would love to put some distance between themselves and like Disguised and stuff.
Yeah, DSG and Dig, you know, the 2 teams that are currently kind of down at the bottom there with them. But of course, you know, if Shopify loses, they will be in those bottom 2 spots for now. These are the previous couple matches, as we see Summoners getting traded out. Masu going to have to retreat back. That these teams have had. Obviously, Shopify has had very strong opponents. They played against LYON as well as C9. And then the 2 matches in the middle are the teams that both of them have played. So they have played against all of the top 3 teams on the side of Shopify, where FlyQuest still has some of those toughest matches remaining. So even though they are that 1 game up, it does not guarantee that they're going to be finishing above them in the standings whatsoever.
Yeah. Definitely still up in the air. Would love to secure a big victory with Fudge, taking a decent amount of damage here as Gakkos is pushing in as well. Get him low on the sustain early on, and the Comet Gragas with the
all right, this time it really is goodbye.
Kind of as expected, but I really